Right, I was slouching too much. I'm ready. I'm sat up. Are we ready to chat to some witches? A witch. Don't give anything away. It's only one witch. No one else is here. As we're back in the forest after taking little jaunts out and away. You went travelling back to Allherf. Sent some messages. Stayed in the Oakshine residence. Found some stuff out about Feywind. We had the Feywind show. I think you self-described it.
Yes.
And then made it back into the forest. As you headed towards the ruined town of Dombra, a fishing village on the river, deep within the forest, where you had been told a few things. One, that there was this missing third witch would be there. One, that Undriel passed through there. Maybe some other stuff that I can't remember if I told you or didn't tell you, so I won't say it out loud now. And you made your way down through the forest after tree striding back from Von Van's new abilities, finding a ruined stone settlement. Most of the rest of this fishing village has washed away, has rotted away. It was made of wood and stone. There was just a few of these brick settlement bases left around, but there was this one large block, one large rectangle box stone building, still in a ruined state, covered in moss. But you picked up very early on with a good use of a fine trap spell that it was very heavily trapped, very magically heavy trapped as well, which paused you all into staring at a box of stone for a little while as you tried to find out the best way in, how to find out where there were doors, entrances, what was going on. Blood was noticed on some stones. Otter bravely walked and nearly fell into a floor trap. Before floating his way forward, activating all the traps. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was the frogs. Von Van cast all those bastard frogs that got magic missile to death. And upon literally knocking on a door so loudly that you couldn't be ignored, cloaked in invisibility, but seen with Von Van's true sight, a small goblin figure perched upon the top of this stone building, who, after a few backwards and forwards and some persuasion checks, said that you have, I think she gave you like 10 minutes, but she was giving you the benefit of the doubt and invited you in to chat, walking through a false stone wall into a 20-foot by 20-foot inside stone chamber, where as you each individually passed in, apart from Arta, you found or felt your magical abilities pause. Your magical weapons lose their hum. Your ability to summon and cast spells hold, as you have the feeling that you've stepped into an anti-magic field of some sort and stood at the far end, just outside of that 20-foot cube, is this small goblinoid figure. Very small in stature, probably 3.5, 4 foot max, heavily cloaked in deep, dark cloaks. The cloaks look ragged, look worn, and you can just see part of the face as they have their hood up and over as you all walk into this cavern. It is lit by one brazier, which is next to like a proper old fire brazier, which is next to this goblin, which is kind of casting a shadow across her and just lighting your faces. But as you look towards her again, that is not helping your ability to perceive this creature. Arta, you stay outside to keep watch. So let me know at any point if you want to jump in.
First question. I'm probably going to wait about, I don't have a mouthful of number.
Sweet.
I'm probably going to wait about 5 minutes, and if I don't hear or see anything, then I'll probably make
give me a shout. Well, I'll try to remember, give me a shout if not. As you're just keeping track of what's going on here. As she invites you in, and you all, the other 4 of you, make your way into this chamber. That door stays there. The 2 guard Salaths with their like neck braces, if that's the right word for them, remain outside. Again, just static and stable, and as you pass by them, they seem to have no thought of their own and seem to be being controlled. The lights are down. You can just perceive this person's face, but you are presented with this creature that you are supposedly coming here to find, potentially the witch known as Ileana.
Could I do an Arcana check or something to see if I can find out the source of the anti-magic field?
Ooh, yes. Give me an Arcana roll.
16.
16. No, as you scout about the place, let me just check. Let me just check how well Kinsey built this character. Nice.
Very well.
As you scout about the room, this room looks... Ooh, 16. I'll tell you what you see. You see you notice two things from a 16. One, that it's the inside of this cavern is just plain walls, just plain stone walls around. It's very obviously clear and very obvious. Obviously, this sized square that it budges up to the walls and goes round. On the ceiling, you do note a very small, like a marble-sized yellow light. What you think like a light with a 16? I say you can see close enough inside that it's like an orange color. It's like the color of fire. But this tiny little pinball that is dead center above the square. So like dead center in the middle of the square, this little pinball of looks like a little marble of fire. You don't think that is a switch to turn off the anti-magic field, but you can see that is magic, whatever it is.
Eliana, my name's Faywin. Hi. I'm trying to think which way around to do this in case she gets upset with one of the questions.
Mm-hmm.
We know that our I don't want to call her my friend because she's a lying bitch. A half-orc, Andriel, she was headed her way. We were looking for her, but I wanted to check have you heard word of L'Oreal? And then can I see if there's a reaction to that name?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
At 17.
17. You can see as you talk about Andrea, she doesn't really move. As you say about L'Oreal, you see the head raise slightly, her eyes, her gaze comes up slightly, and you see a bit more of her face. She will, on hearing that, look back at you and say, "Where have you heard this name?"
We came from her house. We met her many weeks ago. She helped us, and we went back to see her when we were in the area and had seen she had sadly passed away. It looked like quite a violent death. But there was a note in saying that someone was going to seek you out. What does she know of that?
Two things. One, you see her turn and shoot a glance at Otter straight off the bat. Something about him and his presence. She stares. She as you say that, she shoots a glance and then shoots back to you. But it's very obvious, not being held. Mm-hmm. And then she says, "Yes, well, we had a job and we knew that there would be some that come, but you bring one here with us. Where did you get that?" She looks and points her hand out towards you, Otter, and points towards your conch.
I was given it by my friend here.
Cheers.
And she looks back. Yeah, daggers come straight back to you.
L'Oreal, she gave it to me when we first met her. We were traveling through the not Borderlands. What's it called?
Borderlands? Yeah, Borderlands is where you were traveling.
Yeah. And what was it? The Thistle. The people that we needed to show to prove that.
Yes. Yeah. It was the people of
the Willow Glade.
Yeah, it was the Willow Glade. It was the people of the Willow Glade. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were given the conch to show the people of the Willow Glade that we were friends. That we had book should have had safe passage through that area.
She pauses for a second. Give me a persuasion check. Do it with advantage because it is all true.
Fuck me. I rolled a nat 1 and a 2.
Oh, that's fine.
Thanks though for the advantage.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you got 2 in the end. What's your plus to? You've got no plus to.
So I got a 4.
4
or
okay.
a 3.
She'll, as you say that, you can see that she is. Her head and you assume her eyes are glaring back to you. She, as you're going and explaining the story, she leans her head up a bit more and you get to see her face. Her face is, it is almost, I don't know what you would be expecting, but the voice that comes out, you know that this is a goblin creature, but her face actually doesn't look super old and weary, and actually you get the opinion that you get from her face that it's almost like her demeanor and the way that she has been presented and standing and holding her body makes her look like a frail old woman. Her face tells you a different story. So there's like just a slight mix there. You all expect to see a really old, wrinkled face greeting you back, but actually the face that greets you back is much younger than you were expecting. As she looks up to you and says, "Now, don't worry, don't be nervous. I just need answers. I've given you the benefit of the doubt, and as long as we're all happy and speaking truths," and she turns and looks at Otter again, looks back to you, "then we have nothing to fear. Please continue."
So that's where we got the conch. L'Oreal gave it to us. And then my friend here is a pirate and he likes the sea, so I thought I'd give it to him as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Otter will interject here. I do not take you for a fool. You said you had a job to do, and you asked me about this conch. I would assume you know what this is. I would assume you know what I am. I would assume from that when you said you had a job that yourself and L'Oreal may be guardians of certain items. My question to you is, if that is the case, why would L'Oreal give it away so freely?
And that is a very good question.
Has a little gasp.
Yeah.
That's my friend.
That is a very good question, unless, of course, she saw something, or indeed didn't give it away at all, and it was taken, but we're all speaking truths here, aren't we? So we don't need to worry about that.
You speak of others. There is one other I know. One I effaced myself. And she had notes on L'Oreal's place and on our group itself. I believe she is the one that met L'Oreal most recently and perhaps ended her life. Probably in search, well, I assume in search of this item I possess.
And this other one you have, but she is where? You have bested her? You are now the champion?
I have not bested her yet. We have fought a couple of times. Where she is now, I do not know. But she is still out there. And I produced the sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
This was hers. It is how I know she is still alive.
She, yeah. Oh, let me. Okay. She looks at you, then it kind of looks back to Faerun, and then says to you, Faerun, and you, and to Von and to Zaga, you all know who this is. You are all with him on his journey.
She's a bitch. She tried to kill me.
We haven't seen her, have we? Apart from at the dock.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, you fought her.
Yeah. Yeah. She tried to kill us, as my friend put it so eloquently. At the dock down in Redvant?
Things sound like they're getting serious. I want to choose this moment to enter.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you give me a perception check just for the for the outside as you make your way inside.
That's a nat 1.
Nice. Yeah.
5,
You're spooked by the whole. You're like, oh, I asked outside. It'd be way safer, and then you realise that you're just outside in a derelict, ruined place. Yeah. Maybe I'll go inside. And yeah, as you make your way through, and again, after you walk in, you feel that the magic.
Where are the creatures? The werewolf things?
They're still stood outside the front.
Do they let me in?
Yeah. They, as you're stood and you walk past them, you see the same as they. As you get close to them, you are like kind of like, what the hell? And they are just like dogs, just like breathing, staring forward. They pay you no attention as you walk in. Their pupils do not move at all as you come in. They are alive, but they are motionless and seemingly without their own thought.
Okay. As I walk in, I say, I look around and I say loudly, "Oh, lovely place you've got here. I like what you've done with it. I think it could use maybe a carpet and some
Faven
drapes."
shoots a look at Arta.
The clown. No.
Are you guys having a serious conversation? Should I just go back outside? And I start like tiptoeing backwards.
No, you're here now. Stay where you are.
Okay.
She turns back to you, Otter, and says, "The benefit of the doubt. I'll let you have your peace. What are your plans? Do you know why you are seeking me, seeking these things, as she like gestures towards your beautiful earrings? Do you know of who you are serving?"
I know, it is the one that saved me from death, and that I must repay him, and this is what he has asked me to do. Is to find certain items. Truthfully, I did not know you were involved in any way, but seeing as you took notice of this conch, I assume you have knowledge.
Oh, yes, I have knowledge. I was waiting for more of you to come. It's been a while. You must be some of the last. As you see, she reaches out to the brazier and grabs the end of a torch out, and starts to just step forward towards you, and steps into the field, towards you into the magic field. Just a few steps. Stays about 10 foot away from you, just inside, and holds the light up towards you. You would all be able to see her face now. Who's got passive perception above 15?
Yeah.
You, both the elves, you notice as she steps in, you see that the step she only takes 1 or 2 steps inside that magical field, but she takes them a little heavier than before. Like, once the magic is drained, the steps she takes look like they take a little bit more effort from her. They're taxing her body a lot more than the steps she took before she got into those. And she only steps in maybe 5 feet into the scoop to holds up the light so she can see Otter's face. Otter's face, sorry, fucking hell. Otter's face.
Does she look like she ages? She's aged as well in the face.
Not as you're standing looking, no, not necessarily. She still looks, she just looks like, and that's what I mean. So to look at her, she looks exactly the same. You just hear, it's like that, it's like the like sitting up from a chair and groaning a little bit, like just almost like a little bit more gravity hits her. That's not what's happened, but you get that thing that as she takes the first step, she finds second step, she's a bit like, ooh, like the body does actually
turns into Yoda.
Yeah, a little bit Yoda's. As she lifts that torch up towards you and gets a look at your face, Otter, and says, "Yes, well, I see the resemblance. It's been a while since one of his descendants have been here. He was always my favourite." And she steps back out again as you see she kind of lightens a bit and says, "The one that you serve, the one that has made you or vying to make you a champion or whatever it is he is promising, is an evil creature. This creature has caused much, much destruction, and a few lives are not worth the danger that unleashing him will cause. Our job is to never let him upon the material plane again. You understand I cannot help you in your quest."
Can I insight check her,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
18.
You feel like she's... What are you trying to discern?
If she's being truthful about the keeping him off the plane because he's too dangerous.
Yeah. She looks very, very sincere. Not scared, but sincere in that statement.
So you have much knowledge on this creature. More than myself, I assume.
Well, apparently so. I thought you were here to try and kill me like the others were before, but normally they are a little bit more brash, come in gun swinging. Many of them barely make it past the first steps. But it's been a while since we've had a descendant, since we've had a champion come our way.
A descendant?
Yes. You've had many names over the years, whatever he is calling you. I don't know if he's promised you or what he's promised you. I'm sure he's changed it, but they all started as descendants.
So, you're saying I'm reincarnated of something? Is that what you're saying?
It's complex. Let's decide that you're never going to need the power, and we're never going to release him, and then we can have a lovely conversation about what's going on. Like I say, I can only give you the benefit of the doubt, a quick conversation to find out your motives. You came with slightly different motives than others, and it doesn't seem you're all exactly on the same page. Maybe there is hope for us yet.
As I said, I had no knowledge of you having any involvement. But you know, he gives me this power, and I have been tasked to do something for him. If I was not to complete this task, you know he will punish me.
This will be difficult for you to hear, but maybe letting him go and finding another way is the best solution. His promises are not to be trusted. He is a creature of pure evil being. He will not grant you what you think you grant, and he has saved you once, but maybe on borrowed time you have lived long enough. And I understand this is not what you came here to seek or understand or hope. But we cannot let him on this material plane again. Otter, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
$23.
Cool. She kind of looks back to the rest of you that kind of stood around and says, I can see you're not all of the same ilk, not all supporting the same god. She looks back and sees Arthur. Like, oh, even a man.
I just gesture my shield in the air.
Yeah, man of God as well. So we're a bit of a mixed bag. You remind me of some of my early day adventures. Ragtag bunch of people running through the woods. But like I say, I can offer you nothing to help. Is there something else you require from me? Otherwise, I will have to ask you to leave.
Eliana, I mentioned about a half-orc, Andriel. We understand that she was heading your way, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know why she was seeking you out or where she went after here.
She, Von, give me a perception check.
So 17.
17. In as you're like you're in this 20-foot square room, right? So as you're all kind of like looking about, there's not a huge amount going on. As Arta passes in and she looks and gestures towards Arta and says, "A man of God." As you look back towards him, you catch something outside the door. Something that either moves very quickly or like there was something that was there. As you look to him and as you look back, it's gone. But there's something that just triggers that you saw either pass by the door or float or was in there. There's something that was around that door way that you just kind of looked and cocked back. As she is looking at you, Faywin, and says, yes, there. You said Andrea as well, right?
Yeah.
And she says, "I have many visitors that come and stay here for guidance and help, but I could not help her for what she wanted to do. Quite a noble task she was on, but I had to send her on her way. She was looking for following the footsteps of the other one, the druid. Bryn, he was here. He asked some questions. Didn't get much from me. Wasn't very smart, that one. But I sent her south. She was looking for religious symbols, churches, ruins, places to investigate that were along this pathway, and that's the nearest one. So I helped her where I could, give her some supplies and sent her on her way."
Do you know what Bryn was looking for? You mentioned he came.
She was like, he was a little... And then you see her break thought for a second and turn back to Otter. Fucking hell, man. How many years? And I still can't. And then she looks and you feel like there's something that's just tweaked. And she looks to you and says, "Wait, you said you had the stone? That's how you know she's alive?"
Yes, as soon as I found it, I was on her ship that she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it along with the details.
She just starts like pushing forward and then like almost like barges past you to the side to look outside, and she turns back to you and say, "You've been followed. Who's been followed?" And she looks back. Von, as you look, you can see the orb, a floating purple orb that you've seen a few times dotting about, a few times maybe you've missed. As she looks back to you and says, "You've brought her here," and she runs back to the back of her thing and starts scurrying, hits a button on the like a secret panel on the thing, and just drops out of sight through like a hatch door as it closes.
Can I shout after her, "Go, we'll hold her off"?
Mm-hmm. yeah.
It'll be too late, but I'm sorry.
As you are just left inside this anti-magic field chamber, and she is just, she went to the where the opening was, looked, turned around, dropped, gone, and she disappeared outside.
If only we had a lookout.
I just huff and sigh at that moment.
Mm-hmm. So you are all inside
to
this.
get out.
Yeah, you are all inside this thing. The orb, as you look at now, is gone. Von, that orb is not there. You guys still don't know anything about. No, you have been doing scrying. So those of you who know how to scry would understand what scrying enables you to do. So you would understand that you have been watched and heard, even if you were potentially inside an anti-magic field.
We know how to pretend.
You have to pretend, yeah, but some of you do actually know how the scrying spell works. So at the moment, as we stand, you guys are all inside this 20-foot box. Ileana has disappeared out of sight. The brazier is still going. It's a fire brazier. You are inside this anti-magic chamber with these doors in front.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
As I gain my powers from my patron and being the Hexblade, and allowing me to use my charisma as my attack, does that affect it by anti-magic fields?
Yeah, of course it does. It's magic. We saying? We're trying to cheat?
No, because I
want to use my charisma instead of magic. You don't talk. You still...
No, I use my charisma as my attack stat.
Yeah. Still magic.
As part of the Hexblade. Right, so...
all your magical weapon... Inside this field, everything that's magical is no longer magical. It's all mundane.
Right, so I'd go back to...
Your sword wouldn't work. The sun sword wouldn't turn on.
No, but my other sword
Would just be a sword.
that would just... Yeah, and I'd have to use...
Yeah.
Well, it depends if it's finesse.
Yeah.
Dex or strength. I guess.
I would probably say maybe don't try and fight inside the 20-foot square anti-magic field.
To get out.
If I had to, I was just gonna like from above look at it. But yeah,
It
everything in
depends how far forward we
here,
go.
everything in here is non-magical. So anything that you had is just gone back to being standard. It's actually probably quite nice for you, Zaga, because the bagpipes have gone back to the standard bagpipes, weaponed bagpipes rather than slightly tinged Jenny magical bagpipes. But yeah, that's all you've been told. You've been followed. You are stuck in this thing, and then Ileana has, as quick as she cottoned on to what you had said and where it had come from, spotted the thing, she's gone down a trap and she's outside. What
Can
would
I
you like
just
to
check? Is it me or is Discord lagging out?
do? Oh,
It's going
And a bit delayed.
Little
Yeah.
touch.
fucking Discord. Oh yeah, no, it does look shit. Hang on, let me.
Time to take a trip to Brazil.
We're going to Brazil. Da, 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 da.
Samba.
Wait, how do I?
Maca. No, that's not Brazilian.
That's not Brazil. Where is it you have to click these days? We're going. Hola, we're in Brazil. Okay, let me just keep a track of.
Better.
Yeah, yeah, it was dotted. I just when I opened up Discord, it was dotted between red and yellow. Nice. So, I think you can smell what's happening as you are all locked in. Well, not locked in. You still are there. Yeah, cool. For now, I'll throw you all in there.
Can we see the creatures outside there? Have they reacted?
Yeah, they are still there and are unresponsive currently. It's a pretty tight room, actually. Now think about it. Now look at it. Pretty tight room. So yeah, you guys are all in that far end. Let me turn the light on. All in that far end room, looking out through a wall that is opened to this area. But at the moment, you're kind of stood back. No one's doing anything. But yeah, as you've been told that, you don't know how close, how far, what's going on. All you know is Ileana panicked and ran.
It's still awful.
Yeah.
Discord. No, it's Discord things then.
Just doesn't like Wednesdays.
Discord, what are you doing? Let me. No one's in bed now. Okay, we've gone. We're in Sydney.
G'day, mate.
Come on, mate.
Got constant
Throw some shrimp on the barbie.
orange bars in Sydney, but it sounds clearer.
Yeah, I know it's just dropping down. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Just give me a shout. I can keep flicking it around. It does keep dodging, dropping, but if it's constant, at least it's constant. So, yeah, you guys are all up inside this shears. Inside the back area, you have been told that you have been followed. That has caused Ileana to panic. What would you like to do? As we stand now, you don't see anything. You don't know how close or far away or what's going on, but you know that the wizard has run.
And I can assume that they are probably pretty close, seeing as I saw something dart past the door.
You have seen that was you would have recognised that as the ball that was following you, a scribble. So you know that they know exactly where you are. Scribe could be from
I
anywhere.
would have known that the ball was the scribe.
I would say you joined enough to be like, oh, okay, cool. The thing you saw outside that was a blip was probably floating there following, and then she picked it up. She rolled bad to pick it up earlier in the conversation.
Okay.
I will head back outside.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside as well. And I'm first out the door because I'm closest to the door.
You are closest. You get shocked by You get shocked by a magic missile.
I don't even get to make a save. What?
Yeah, you just
Oh, that's
die.
magic.
You get shocked and you die. Cool.
Okay.
You see as you step out and look. Are we all stepping out, or some of us staying in?
I want to scribble on a bit of paper, so I'll be the last one out. Be like, I'm sorry, we didn't know. F. And then just leave it.
Oh, Zaga wanted to back up to the back end of the room where the field wasn't active and where the trapdoor was.
Yeah, you can definitely hide from the fight. That sounds exactly like what you do. Cool. So, Otto and Arta, as you come out, give me perception checks, please, for trying to spot where this may be coming from.
16.
16.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Dirty 20, definitely. You see that the river off to the south here that is running, there is a river that just disappears off the map there, is running quick. And then you kind of just watch as it spills in, spills around and floods and just pours out slightly before retreating as you can see like movements and whirlpools are happening out here in front of you.
Are my reef sharks still out there?
How long do they last for?
I don't think it says. Let me check.
No, they might have. They're not going to do much. Just swimming around. They can be out there if you want. Oh, you blew the conch as well.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say.
It's not not conscious. Okay, cool. Yeah, so they would be. You could try. I mean, you've walked in and left them alone, so you'd have to try and recall them back. But if you want to try and recall them back, you definitely could.
I mean, essentially, all they can do is cause distractions.
Yep. Yeah. Sweet. So, everyone give me initiative rolls because this is going to be easier to go through what you're doing.
9.
7? No.
Did you say 79?
No, I didn't. Hayward's got 9. Sorry, Von Van got 9.
Yeah.
Arta got 17.
17.
19 for Zaga, low roll.
Oh, that is a low roll.
23. There you win.
Oh.
25.
Ah. Right, I've accidentally copied and pasted you all too many times on here. Otter, Faywin, Zaga, and then Arta. I'll put you there. Otter. Nice. So, Otter, you're up first. As you step out, you can see the water around this area is starting to bubble and swirl and whirlpool, and it's almost like waves are like rocking up onto the land and pulling back, and onto the land and pulling back.
I will shake my head and flap my earrings in the breeze and use them to cast water walk on myself.
Okay. And so there we go. We'll get positioned up. So you guys have high ground being on this platform. So this platform here will be, what do we say, it was like 10 foot up, just about between 5 and 10 foot up in the air. So when you're up here, you'll have high ground shooting down, if you are shooting down on anything, which just gives you AC boosts. But yeah, are you staying up on that platform?
I'll move about 15 foot further forward.
Yep, nice. Cool. Favorite.
So I'll scribble my note,
Yep.
fold it, and leave it there, hoping one day she picks it up. And then I will go outside.
I can also use that to give everyone water walking.
Oh, nice. Okay, so everyone's got water walk. So it means you can't. Is that the one that keeps you buoyant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't be submerged.
That'll be handy for me.
Can't swim. Where are you going outside? You get your full movement.
Yeah, outside. I'm still on the platform, so I've got high ground.
Yeah. Where do you want to be on the platform?
If we go down from everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, with John,
Yep.
because we were in a non-magic field, would John have been unsummoned.
Yeah, I suppose you could have kept him outside of it if you would like, rather than trying to bring him in and have him disappear.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
As you walked through and were
And I'll
like,
put
oh,
him-
whoops, Magic's is gone, you probably would have been like, John, come here. Oh, look, you're dead.
Yeah, maybe not. And then I'll just have him in front of me, please.
Yeah. Easy enough to do.
And,
Anything prep?
if anything shoots or tries to throw something at us to damage us, then I'd like to hold an action to just shoot it with my arrow, please.
Yeah, perfect. Nice. You come out and again, you can see where Otter and Arta are looking down. You can see where this water is bubbling up in front. As Zaga, you are up. So you want to move to the back of the room where the anti-magic field's gone?
Yep. And I assume I saw how to activate the trapdoor.
Of course not. Why would I let you see how to activate a trapdoor?
I want to investigate to see where Eliana went.
Give me an investigation check.
17, another low roll.
17. There is no visible mechanism where Ileana did anything. You can't see a lock, a button, a thing. You know there's a lock. You know there's a trapdoor here. You can kind of see the outline of where it moved, but you can't see how she triggered this thing.
Just look at my options here.
And just remember, anything, if you cast anything this side and you walk back into the field, it kills it as well. Just for spell users.
Second.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Okay, I just want to attack the trapdoor. Fuck it.
Okay. With what?
With my
Sword?
rapier.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll an attack. You roll an attack against stone.
Dirty 20.
Nice. You hit the stone. Roll damage.
7.
7. You chip some stone away from the stone floor. Good job.
I jump up and down and see if it moves.
Don't know. It doesn't seem to move. Again, you can't. You're trying to work out the mechanism for it, but it is solid. And you know that the floor panels on it are thick stone as well. You see when they came in.
Yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So Vaughn, everyone goes out, move. You turn around, and you see Zaga try and work out where it is. Then just get frustrated, grab his scimitar, and just start slicing at the floor, and then jumping around. It's like cool. But before Arta goes, appearing from the water is everybody's favourite water witch, rising up before as she looks out towards you, Arta, and just says, "Ah, we meet again. How kind of you to lead me exactly where I needed to be. Now, help me kill the witch, and we can go and take glory together, you and I, side by side."
I'm not helping you do shit.
Oh, press on button. She's like, it was a long shot. As she raises, pulls her hands out to the side and says, "I think we should even the odds." And appearing from the water are two things, two smaller, I think you've seen these before, is that actually you fought them. Two water weirds, these crazy elemental type creatures that rise up out of these waves. So as these waves roll up to the shore, one pulls up, the other one pulls up, and they almost skitter and call at you. And from behind her, out pulls a water elemental, which lands on the board. She then is going to make 2 attacks. As she pulls her hand up to fire, I'll make the attack first, and then Faywin, your triggered action will go. She's going to fire straight at Otter. Ovs. You're within range, as she has a ranged spell. Right, I'm going to warn you. I rolled this dice yesterday, and the first 3 rolls were 19, and then a 20, and then a 20. Come on, baby, let's go. Sweet. That's a 26 to hit, Otter.
Yeah.
Otter, sorry. Fucking hell. I'm going to do that all day today, sorry. I'm going to do it all day today, and there's nothing I can do about it. Can you give me a strength saving throw as this crash of... it's like a magical wave of water that kind of fires up from it, almost like a tidal wave that Von would have cast, that just runs up straight towards you, out to that range, and you are... You're only 60 foot away, but you feel that this thing blasts all the way through. This has some range, and it just bludgeons you straight in the head.
16.
16 is a fail, so you'll be knocked prone, and you take... oh my god. 21 points of bludgeoning damage. Because you failed.
I'll use one of my Sonic dice to put up a shield to negate some of it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you watch as she leans up, raises these creatures from the depths, and then one big wave crash attack. As she balls up her other hand, Faywin, you can take your readied action.
So it was dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 19 points of damage.
19, nice.
If it's a held action, do I get 2 attacks or just one?
Yeah, if it's a held action,
Okay.
you do, yeah. Because you're using your reaction and your action to hold the full thing.
Cool. So that again is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
And this time it is 20,
How much was that, sorry?
23.
23.
Because it's sharpshooter, so I get plus 10.
Oh, what? You hit a dirty 20 with -5 or whatever it is?
Yeah. I rolled a 14 plus 11.
Wish.
-5
Whisky.
both times. It's on D&D Beyond, I promise.
That's fine. As you fire back towards her, she, as she's balling up, gets hit with these 2 arrows, just turns straight towards you and is going to put her second attack right towards you, Faywin. That is...
As she's doing that, can I shout out, help?
That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then give me a strength saving throw again.
That is an 11.
That is a fail as well. And this is a better roll. 34 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are also not prone. That is her go. Arta, you are up. Feeling like you are stood quite close to Otter as you stepped out. And luckily, as Faywin is firing, you probably feel like that second blast was coming your way as Faywin fires, and she directed it straight towards Faywin. But you've just seen Otter and Faywin get blasted with these cones of water that have just knocked them both prone on the platform next to you.
Can I hear the buzzing on the platform that we had before or not?
No, at the moment it's all dead. Even those 2, I'll show you, there's 2 creatures there as well, and they are just stood static currently.
Right. I am just gonna call lightning in between her and the big one.
Nice.
Cast it at level.
Yeah. How far is the call in? What's the radius on it?
5 foot.
Okay.
From my point, I point out. Which is why I want to get her in the big one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's her at the front. Because
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
a slightly different colour.
Yeah. Yeah, I would move it closer, but I can't. I don't know why it didn't work.
I'll only get confused with the moonbeam anyway. Can I get a 2 dex saves, please?
Yes. So she is. Dex save. I just saw that her card's got a misspelling on it because she's got a +2 Don saving throws. What the fuck are Don saving throws? 18.
18 saves.
And then for the water elemental, which is the bigger one, gets a +2. That's only a 5. Water elemental fails.
Okay. Am I going to do any more electricity? Nah. We'll just channel divinity, so it's max. So I cast it at level 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the water elemental takes 40 lightning damage, and she takes 20. And
40 damage.
I believe when I deal lightning damage to a larger or smaller creature, I can push it up to 10 feet away from me. So I'm going to do that for both of them.
Yeah, nice.
And where's the one about immunities? Oh no, it's thunder damage that's immunities, not thingies, so that's fine.
Oh yeah,
so
shit.
I'll push them both 10 feet away, and I'll do. It's only thunder they're immune to. And then, as I said, 40 to the big and 20 to her. And
Sorry.
I am going to move slightly further away from the big scary dog thing, like 10 foot diagonally.
I'm shooting north. Nice. You see, as the water elemental takes that damage, that is all good. As the lightning hits her, she kind of almost laughs it off. It hits her for some damage, but the pushback is more annoying to her than the damage itself, as you think that she maybe has some resistance to lightning.
But I play Pokemon. It's water. She's a water witch.
Well, this is not Pokemon. Up next, rising from below, are larger water, good old dragon water buddies, as 1, 2 appear up from the very shallow water they're here. These things, although they are minis, are here, are shown within waves. You can see in this water are more like serpents. They have the dragon face, the longer wings for guiding where they are, but their tails spindle out into a long. Think of them. We're on the Pokemon thing, like a Gyarados. They have a long tail that is almost snake-like in this water, where they are so large, as they have appeared up and are now raised 75% of their body up above the water. They don't like you.
I've got concentration.
Oh, gosh, it's called lightning.
Yeah, I just remembered because I was like, wait, I can do that again, can't I?
Yeah. This is useful for a reason, isn't it? Cold. I have not given them very good. They can move. You can see also 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That as these things crawl up on land, that they are able, these things at least are able to cross and like a sea serpent, able to snake their way onto land. So are not bound by water. As they go up, left and right, slithering their way towards this tower. I'm sorry about the coloration, but for some reason the lights don't want to light the screen, baby. And are going to take some actions. You two are on the floor, which makes it kind of annoying. That's annoying. One of them from the top there is going to, in a 60-foot cone, which nicely gets everybody that is out and open in a cone of cold. I've covered it. I've covered my wording. I need con saving throws from Arta, Otter, Faywin, and the 2 little monsters.
Wait, I perfectly positioned myself behind that tree, and you're telling me the cone goes round the tree?
It goes round the
That's
tree. It's
disgusting.
magic. Ho, ho,
Day
ho.
20.
It's, ooh. Day 20 is a pass.
What saving throw did you want?
Con.
10.
That's a
10 to fail.
17.
17 is a pass. So half damage for you two, full damage for Otter, who is down on the floor. Cone of cold. I haven't got enough dice. Should have got more dice. Should have got more dice. Fucking hell. 41 points of damage. 20 if you saved.
Jeez, jeez.
How you
I
feeling?
need to do a con save.
For you. And that will be... it'll be 10 because you got 20. This is half the damage.
I got 17, so it's
Nice. Your con stays up. The other one is going to actually, I think, cast a cheeky little cure wounds back. Those arrows were a little bit nasty back at the Water Witch. See the first one up here, cone of colds at you. It freezes the top of this area here. Those ones at the top took 40 damage. Those salads get messed up big style straight away. They go down to like bloodied straight away. As they get frozen just in places, they're not moving. As you then see the second one look back and blow an icy cold breeze back, but it has a curing effect on the Water Witch. Von, you're up. Welcome to the party.
Which one did the curing one?
This one, the bottom Water Naga, did a cure on her.
I'm assuming they both do that one.
If they wanted to, maybe. They just didn't do it that time.
How big is a 60-foot cube?
60-foot cube.
Will it get all of them?
All the ones that are here. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 30 foot's like that, so 6 foot easy. Yeah. Are you walking out because you're still inside the thing at the moment? So you're magic.
Yes, I will come out of the magic barrier.
Where to?
I don't particularly want to be right in the middle of them all, but I suppose I haven't really got enough choice movement-wise.
Because how far do you need to be for this spell?
The range on the area that it centers on is 120 foot.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
So it gets the naggers and the rest.
Oh, 60 foot. No, you're not going to get everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What can I get with 60 foot?
You'll be able to get... Well, if you went for the top, you'll be able to get the top lot, I think, in 60. Yeah, you'll be able to get this group.
Okay, I will do that then. I'm going to do Wrath of Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does grass type? It should be super effective because they're water type.
I'm not sure you know what game
So
I'm
I'm
playing.
concentrating now.
Yep.
So all the grass is difficult to raid for enemies.
Yep.
At the start of my turn, anyone in 10 foot of a tree has to succeed in the dex saving throw. I'll take 4d6 slashing. At the end of
Why
my
are you
turn,
hurting me like that?
That would be funny.
each of the enemies within 10 foot, it says.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the enemy bit, and I can't even blame Discord. I heard the rest of it, and I freaked out.
At the end of my turn, one
Yeah.
creature of my choice that's on the ground must succeed a strength saving throw or become restrained. And as a bonus action, which I can do now, I can launch a loose rock at one of the enemies that's in the area. And because it's spell attack. And if it hits, I take 3d8 non-magical bludgeoning damage. And if it fails a strength save, it falls prone.
Okay.
So I'll do that now, the bonus action. And what do I want to knock prone out of that lot? I mean, I guess they're in water, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So I guess the Naga that's on land then. Hopefully knock it prone. So that's a 22 to hit.
Yep, hits.
Okay. 3d8. That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And then I need a strength saving throw. So whether it falls prone.
It's got plus. That's 22.
Ah, that saves.
Well, you know, my giant water snake didn't get knocked over by your little rock.
And I guess I'd do another strength saving throw on it at the end of my turn for the roots on that same one.
Yep. I rolled much worse that time. That's a 7.
Yeah, that fails, so it's restrained.
Oh, I lie. It's a 9, but it still fails. Nice, restrained. Cool. Put a grapple thing on it. It's fine. I don't mind that. Luckily, it doesn't have a cone of cotton. Nice. Stay where you are.
Can I move south?
Yeah. How directly?
Yeah.
How far? 25 picture.
And back one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet. That is you up. Water elemental is next. Funnily enough, not that great from this distance at the moment. But can. Sweet. He makes his way up to the front.
The grass is difficult terrain.
Yeah, technically it's just swimming on it. What form can anyone else? Yeah, shit. So we're only with 30. Slam. Okay.
Did you say Herb? I'll let you go. Sorry.
Yeah, it's back there because the water.
Did you say that area where it's standing on now? Did you say that's flooded?
No, because otherwise I'll be able to swim and I'll be able to go much further. So I can, if you want me to have swim speed instead of walking speed. There may be an occasion where it gets flooded.
Where the water is now.
Where the water is now.
Where the water is now.
Is where the water is.
Where
Yeah. Yeah. There may be chances later on. Who knows? We don't know what's going to go on, do we? Cool. The two water weirds are stuck to water, so they're going to stay where they are. And then up next, at the end of Vaughn's go. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. Round 2. Otter, you're up.
I will stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I will bonus action second wind.
Yep.
And for my action, I will cast blink.
You fucking pussy. I see what you're doing, you fucking pussy.
Damn right, because I'll die otherwise.
That's exactly what I want. Come now, give me your goodies.
I'm just waiting for a counter spell.
Do I want to waste a count spell on a blink? I'll kill him and have him blink out of existence, then he'll die. Cool. Is that what you're doing?
So I have, yeah, and I blinked out.
Okay. So Otter stands up, heals himself.
Sorry, with the rest of
disappears.
my movement, can I move the 15 feet closer to the top Naga?
Yeah. You'll be right on the edge of the platform, so you're still up high. Faywin. Tiger, you're up next.
I want to call her a bitch, maybe a little bit under my breath because she's quite scary.
I can hear that.
And then I'm gonna. No, she can't. I'll cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then attack her just with my bow. So that is a dirty 20 again. That is the third 14 I've rolled in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is 17 points of damage.
Nice.
I'll do the hunter's mark afterwards if that's okay.
Yep.
And that is that is 14 again, which is 20 again.
Is D&D Beyond broken?
Well, I'm not sure. And that's 20 points of damage. And then 2 hunter's marks is another 8 points of damage.
Nice. As again, arrows just firing in from a distance. I'm assuming you were standing up to do that as well.
Yes.
Sweet. Stay where you are?
Yeah.
Cool. It's not going to be good enough. Wave crash attack. As you do that, she's going to use a legendary action to fire a wave crash attack back at you. Tete-a-tete, shall we say. A blow for a blow. As she rolls an 18.
Yeah, hits. Is this something that John can sweep in front of?
What can he sweep in front of?
An attack. I guess it is an AoE. Let me just check.
It's not. No, this is a direct attack. It's just a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, within 30 feet of me. The hawk moves up without provoking.
Yep.
The hawk becomes the target triggering the attack, and the attack deals half as much damage. So yeah, I want him to sweep in, please.
He swoops in and it only does half as much damage. To you or to him?
Yeah. The hawk becomes the target of the triggering attack instead,
Yep.
and the attack deals half as much damage.
What a fucking pussy. Cool. Well, get ready to have him dead.
Okay.
10. So it would be 26. I rolled bad. So it's 13.
Thank you.
Let's go around. How interesting. How interesting. Nice. That was a legendary attacks. That's fine. Faywin, that's you. Sorry, Zaga, you're up. You can hear a lot of splashing going on.
A lot of splashing.
There's a lot of
Very
water
moist,
being thrown around. It's very moist.
Do I get a check for free if I want to do another check?
Yeah.
Is it an action?
No. Just check.
So I want to have a quick Arcana check to see if I can find anything magical that will open this trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 12.
12. No. You assume that something magical is going on, but you cannot find the source or the point or whatever it is that's been going on here.
In that case, the room's 20 foot, you said.
Yeah.
So if I use all my movement, I'll get outside.
Yeah.
I'll go through the magical field and go outside.
Sweet. Yeah, you are greeted with 2 half-frozen frogs stood next to you, a lot of water that's slightly icy, and then all of these creatures that are just flanking up around.
Well, I'll leave you guys alone for like 5 minutes and look what happens. How big is a 40-foot cube?
A bit bigger than... That's
40 foot.
Will it get all 5 of those ones at the top?
Not quite, but you might want to... No, it's going to miss. It'll miss. I think it'll just miss the bottom one. But I would suggest if you're going to miss anything, miss this bottom one, because they're the weakest little things.
Yeah, I'll miss the bottom one.
Oh, that was a trick. It's the most powerful.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw from the ones for slow, please?
Slow. I just realised what you were doing as you said it. Wisdom saving throw. So go top to bottom. The Votter Naga, the one at the top, is a 21.
Saving throw is 18.
Nice. The elemental, I'm sure, is going to The water weird rolled a... no, so the little one, that one's messed up. The one at the top, the water elemental, rolled a 17, but adds nothing, so fails. And then she rolls... Oh, that's not good. She only rolls a 13, but I will burn a legendary resistance to not be slowed. Thank you very much. So one of her legendary resistance has burned. Yeah. So these two, the elemental and the water weird, are slowed. I'll put stunned on them so we remember what they're doing. This guy's not having a good time.
And I'm concentrating.
Yeah. What's this one? Oh, yeah, the resistance. So yeah, one legendary resistance burned. Good job. She is up next. Gets back all of her legendary actions. Does not like that she's been slowed or that her little baby boys have been attacked. Yeah, can't get close at the moment because of stupid Von Van's stupid thing. You see, as she kind of looks, can sees one of the large water naga to the right hand side to the north is restrained by this tree. The elemental is struggling through the grasses in front. One of the water weirds is slowed and not moving, and the one to the south is okay but not doing well. And you guys are staying back. As she looks up and puts her hand to the air, as you start to see churning storm clouds form overhead. It covers the entire base. It's 360 foot, so it's going to cover the entire top half of the mountain, essentially up to that stairwell in just thick storm clouds start to brew round overhead as lightning starts to flash. Arta, you quite like that, so it would now be considered a stormy day, I think, as thunder booms, winds roar. Can you all give me Constitution saving throws, please?
I don't like that because I got an 8.
Oh, you might like what happens here, though. It's not too bad.
Kins is just
Got 12.
total.
Okay. 12's also a fail. DC's high. So fails, you're taking 8 points of thunder damage.
Who does? All of us.
Everyone that failed takes 8.
Yep.
And concentration on that. And you are deafened.
Okay.
Which is
wait, what was the save?
Con save.
17.
Fail.
On my concentration check, I got an 18.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So yeah, Von will need one as well.
I got a 12 on mine.
On your con save?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let me just check.
Is Faywin in that line of
Yes, everyone across. So a large storm cloud is just running from north to south, finishing at this kind of stairway here. As thunder roars and winds pick up, you have to do a con saving throw. Or take 8 points of damage.
fire? Okay, I failed, so I'll do 8.
Yeah, 8. And yeah, those that failed are deafened, which just means you can't really talk to each other, you can't hear. So anything that relies on sound, you're going to fail automatically. And we'll see.
On
what happens
hearing
with that.
sound, not on making sound.
Hearing sound, yeah. Yeah, you're just deaf. For 5 minutes, apparently. Sweet. That is her action. Bonus actions are not good. Let me check. Yeah, that will be her. As Arta, you are up.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So with my thundercloud,
Mm-hmm.
I can use an action to redo it.
Yep.
Does that count as doing a spell, or is it just follow up to a previous spell?
It's a follow-up. You don't have to. What are you talking about? Using spell slots?
Yeah. No. Well, I'm talking about mass healing wording.
Casting
No, you're not
spell
casting
again.
another spell. I think you're just using your action to recall on that spell. So yeah, it wouldn't count as casting another spell.
Cool. I will just do a basic mass healing word to everyone I can see that's on our team.
Which is everybody, yeah.
Well,
Except
apart
me.
from
Oh yeah, except Invisible Boy. Oh, that's a shame. He didn't get any
it's only 7 healing, but it's 7 healing.
healing.
Thank you. Not that you can hear me saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And then I will point my finger at the ground and call more lightning. You said it's technically stormy now, you would say?
Yes, it's stormy.
Excellent. Who do I want to do it on?
Von?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I could try and go for 2 at once again.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, we'll go 2 at once again.
Yeah, the 3.
The woman and her
Yep.
a little baby boy. That sounded like a weird sentence.
Sweet baby
Can I
boy.
get saves again, please?
Dex saves. You can indeed. She rolls at... Ooh, she rolls a 16.
That's a fail.
I'm going to burn another legendary resistance just so I don't have to do a concentration check. The water weird next to her gets a 7.
Okay,
So hers will
perfect.
be converted to a pass. That's 2 legendary reactions burnt.
We don't know how many legendary reactions somebody has, do we?
No, but the fact I'm saying it out loud rather than hinting at it, you know that roughly they have between... It starts at 3 and goes up 4, 5, I think maybe to potentially on the top end of biggest creatures. Most of the times it's 3.
That's really not bad. That is 36 points of lightning damage.
Quite glad that I saved against that then. 36.
Yep.
Woo!
Because it was 5d10.
Brew. Okay, that warweed is looking...
Then, once again, push them back 10 feet.
Okay, that's annoying. So 36. So she would have halved it for passing technically, and then halved it again for resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, that warweed looks messed up. Messed up. Back 10 feet. 5, 10. 5, 10. Nice. That's fine. I just realised even half damage I still have to roll the con save, but I wasted a nat 20 on the con save. Good move. Stay where you are.
Well, I'm not going to move closer to a tree, even though I know it doesn't hurt me. Yeah, I'll stay where I am. Whilst I'm relatively near, I'm kind of out of the way.
Cool. Attack 10 foot. Ooh, that's nasty. That's real nasty. Cool. Up next are the my dragon nargals. So 10-foot radius sphere centered on. So Von and Faywin, this mother trucker. He might need to move a little bit closer to you, and he will do anyway because he's free to move. Oh, you see all the grass. The grass at the top was the thing, wasn't it? So,
Yes.
So this one on the south is going to roll up, look towards Von, Faywin. Can I get you in a 10? It's a 10 radius. Each foot in a 10 radius sphere. 10. Sweet. John as well, because why not? As this thing just opens its mouth and boof, bellows this air towards you, and as it hits, the ground cracks as a shatter spell is cast. I need con saving throws. Yep, constitution saving throws, please, for thunder damage.
17.
17 is a pass.
14 for both me and John.
Both fails. You fail together. How lovely. So that is 11 points for you two, 5 points for Von. You need a con save, Von.
Yep. That's a 21.
That's a pass.
It's a waste of a good roll on a con save.
It is, but it might help. The other one is going to...
It's restrained.
I know, but it also... Let me just check before I fuck myself over. It also has a magical little spell.
I forgot to add John's proficiency. So you would have actually got 17.
That would
But
have
I
been...
don't mind just leaving it.
That would have been a pass. But you got it wrong, so he's got to die. No, you can knock off. You can knock off 4. You can knock off 4 damage. Yeah, sweet. This thing is restrained as it goes to wriggle left and right. You then just see its form as it wraps itself up. Its form starts to glitter with like a radiant white light as it misty steps 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 onto the platform. Breaking its restraints because it teleported, baby! Let's go to the party. Now, who wants to get killed? He knows there's a little bad invisible mofo around us somewhere. 10-foot range, so if he just moves here, he's between both. As Arta. He is going to look... Oh, I can't even see
Can
on
you
screen
speak
now.
into your microphone, please?
Yes, Arta, I'm going to try and attack you now. So bonus action, moved. He's going to bite you. Or attempt to, anyway.
Hey, you're probably going to.
Oh, yeah, that's quite a good roll. 25 to hit.
Of course it fucking is.
Yeah, I know. I just like saying it.
What a
Now you know what I feel like when
you have me
Fabian does it to me
hyped
every
up
time.
for everything.
Sorry. 4 points of piercing damage, and then I need a con saving throw. As this thing bites into you, you're like, oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was. And then you feel the bite
Is this
comes
the
with a lingering.
concentration or a different one?
No, this is a different thing.
And is this poison?
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're the worst person to do poison on. Or the best person, if I'm not sure how bad this
it's
is.
16.
16 passes. So you would take half as much damage. Can I?
I'd take half as much again because I've got
Yeah,
resistance.
but I need to. It literally is. I don't have enough dice.
Oh, well, what the fuck?
Can I roll to myself? Yeah, roll to self. Oh, I love D&D Beyond. That would have been 37 points of poison damage.
So half
Which you
that is
half,
what,
yeah.
18. Half that is 9.
And then you half again, yeah. So it worked out pretty well from
And
you.
then
But
I
you
roll a
feel
concentration check.
you feel the bite that goes, yeah, you need a concentration. Concentration.
My thunder is gone. That was an 8.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Considering it could have been 38 damage. Nice. But yeah, you feel the bite. You realise the bite isn't the bad. It's the poison that lingers after the poison that comes from this creature's bite that's going to take you down like a big old lizard. Up to you whether you let other people know that maybe getting bitten. Probably not a good idea. As that is both.
We're all deaf, so it doesn't fucking
Oh,
matter.
yeah. Good point. You shout out, you can't hear anything. As that is there to go. Von, you're up.
Okay, is that one within 10 foot of the tree?
No. No, I would say it's not because it's moved away. It's like within 10 foot of the bushy bit of the tree, but I wouldn't say it's actually next to the tree. It's on
The
hardwood.
bushy bit of the tree is still the tree, is it not?
Well, potentially, but I could just move another 5 foot away and get out of it. No, I would say he's not. I think he's
Because it
moving
is
just far enough
whipping,
away.
it's whipping branches that the move attacks with.
Okay, attack with your whipping branches.
Let's not go down that route, otherwise.
Attack with your whipping branches, and then I'll use a legendary action, and then we'll all die. Go for it. Make your attack. Do it.
It's a deck saving throw. 17.
I think he's a 15 on the dice. I think he's got enough. Yeah, that's a 19. Oh no, sorry, that's a lie. It's a 23.
Yeah, that's fine. It does nothing then.
Oh, that's crazy. Hope you got something good coming for your game. I'm gonna kill you, boy.
How's the elemental looking?
Elemental is looking okay, taking some damage. The water weirds you can see are stuck in the waters, can't go anywhere. The big Nagas are looking pretty fresh. Only one's been hit.
Yeah.
And she keeps getting pushed back a little
Okay.
bit by Arta, so she's right at the back.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Styrofoam Archer.
Mm-hmm.
Do the bonus attack on the one that's come up to the top bit.
Yep.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Okay, fantastic. And then I'm going to, for my action, do a guiding bolt at that same one.
Nice.
That's a 28 hit.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to hit. We think that's going to hit.
11 radiant damage, and the next attack has advantage on it.
11 radiant advantage. Yep, cool.
And at the end of my turn, I guess the water elemental is the only one in the area that's on land, so
Yep.
can I have a strength saving throw on that, please?
I'm so goddamn strong. That's probably not gonna be 14.
That fails, so it's now restrained.
Ugh, you bastard. Am I water elemental? Surely I am. Yeah, sweet. Water elementals
They're immune to restraint.
are immune to being restrained because they're water. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They surely can't be restrained. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the only one in the area.
Yeah.
So.
I was just checking that my Pokemon senses were working. Sweet. Up next is La
What Pokemon can be restrained?
La Elemental. He can just move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get up, but can't do shit. Everything actually. Yeah, fuck it. Yep, he's gonna go there. He's being summoned. It's fine. Water weirds can't move. So we are back round to the top. Otar. You poof, appear back in. There's a big old daddy behind you.
As I am now, am I within
Scared?
belly race distance? Okay.
No, you're 5 foot off.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
move it. And I will use Booming Blade on it.
Booming blade.
It's a 19 to hit.
Yep. Oh, you had advantage on it as well because of the guiding bolt.
Alright, I'll save it to crit that. No, that'll be another 19.
Okay. Well, you can have the first one.
So that's 13 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
14 thunder damage. And I will use a dice to add force damage to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 11 force damage.
Nice. Big hit. This thing is bloodied.
I will action surge.
Mhm.
And with the Booming Blade, if it willingly moves before my next turn,
Mhm.
more than 5 feet, it will take more thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
So first attack will be a 22 to hit.
Yep, hits.
That'll be 11 radiant damage.
Yep, nice. Go on the sun sword. Go on the sun
that's-
sword.
Another attack. Oh, well, that'll be just a 13.
13 does not hit.
And I will bonus action dual wield attack with my other sword.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a nat 20.
Whee! This thing's got adamantine armor on, so go fuck yourself.
Ooh, alright. This is with the 9 life sword.
Mm-hmm.
If I got a critical hit against this creature that has fewer than 100 hit points, does it have less than 100 hit points?
Oh, how fucking jammy of you. Yes, it does have less than 100 hit points.
It needs to be a 15 con score.
It has a +6 to con. I rolled a 17 on a dice.
Okay. So it succeeds all that. Does it do... Yeah, I don't know if it... yeah. So I'll just roll the damage on it.
Yeah, if it fails, you just murder it.
And I get a charge back.
Yep, get a charge back and
that'll
double
be-
dice. You still double dice on the attack.
Oh yeah, so that'll be 14, 15 slashing.
15 slashing. Nice. Nice. So you use the Sun Sword as the primary.
Yes.
Sweet. This thing is looking hella fucked up after that. Went from looking good to bloody
I
to
don't-
now done. You don't
And
blink?
I don't blink out. No.
Faywin, you're up. You've seen this
How
one in
close
front
is
of you
the one
from
in front
behind.
of you?
As it this one to the north, you've seen it turn as it bit Arta, and then you just hear all these slashes from behind where you can't see where Arta was, and this thing is just bleeding profusely across this whole plateau now. It looks uber fucked up.
Good. The one that's in front of me,
Yep. Which one?
he's real close. Isn't
This one? This one?
He? Yeah,
Well,
101.
he's not that far away, and you know these things have bigger long necks, but it's whether they spell as well as biters, so it depends what you're more afraid of.
The weak one,
Mm-hmm.
I want to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to... This is a bad time. If I get to use my Feywild Shard, that would be my action, right? If I were to use the Wild Surge effect, where it's a D8 and I pick roll which one it is.
Yeah. No, you just add it to a roll. You do something with it, and then you.
Yeah, for the if I do Control Chaos or Bane Luck, but then there's the Wild Surge D8 effect where
No, you can just. That's just an effect. You can just.
tendrils lash around me. Okay, so I could just
Yeah,
do that. Anyway.
yeah. The same way that you can actually
Okay.
surge it. It's like a feat thing. So every other one, you'd be doing it on top of something else. So you just would activate that first, and then do whatever you want to do.
So, oh my god, every time a pixie sprouts up
Oh.
at the bloodied one.
Yep.
It's always a bloody pixie, isn't it?
It is always a pixie.
And then I'll just attack that bloody one. I just want to get rid.
Yep.
So that is a 17 to hit,
Yeah, it hits.
and that is 16 points of damage,
Yep.
and then only an 11 to hit the second one.
11 does not hit, but this thing is very, very weak. Yeah.
Well,
With now the
Hopefully the
open
pixie
wounds.
will blow him up.
Hopefully, does that happen at the end of your go?
The end of my current turn, the spirit explodes, and then each creature within 5 feet must make a dex throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept the thing just far enough, so you won't be able to get the elemental. Unfortunately, that is a 6. No, yeah, it's a 16 dex. What's your dex?
Gets my spell thing.
Yeah.
The save DC would be a 14
So it's half.
or a 15. I don't think it's anything. Just double check. Yeah, no, it's just if they fail, they
Okay.
get force damage.
So he lives to fight another day. So that was you attacked. You haven't bonus actioned?
I don't really have anything because Hunter's Mark's still on the bitch,
Okay. Sweet, stay where you are.
so I don't want to drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are pinned up nice and tasty. After your turn. 5, 10, 15. Cool. She's going to roll forward to the front of the water again, just to get in range. Going to use a legendary action to wave crash at. Oh no, I was going to go. I didn't need to move forward. I've done it anyway. At the boy. The boy that blinked has come to die. As Arta. I'm going to fire a wave crash at you. That is a 25.
Wait,
What's
Arta or Otter?
Arta. Otter. Fuck! I took my time to say it and said it wrong as well. Otter.
Yes, I have.
Fuck. So fucking annoying. I don't know why I keep doing it. Can you give me another strength saving throw for being donked in your ass?
Dirty 20.
Okay, you stay up. Nice. Let me do some... 10... 25 points. No, half because you saved. 12 points. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As she hits you with legendary action. Zaga, you are up. This huge beast is
Right. in my face.
very weak right in front of you, yeah.
Can I do a check to recall from our previous encounters with the water bitch whether she seemed particularly intelligent?
Yeah, you can do a check.
What kind of check would that be?
It would be an insight check.
Oh, it's not a good one. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Did you say boff or did you say 12?
12.
I thought I heard boff. I was like, what?
I can say buff if
Boff! What is that? 12. 12. You can't... I don't think you necessarily remember how... The fights have always been pretty traumatic and quick. You would say, though, someone that is... has fallen ilk to the same patron as Otter maybe has a certain level of intelligence. How smart do you think Otter is? Yeah. How smart do you think you have to be to blindly follow a weird thing's goals and go murdering people for items?
Can I have an intelligence saving throw?
It was a joke. She's super smart. She
Psychic
tricked you.
glance.
Intelligence saving throw. Yes.
For a psychic glance.
That's an 8. Psychic glance. I think she's going to burn. I think she's going to burn a last legendary resistance.
I had a feeling you were going to do
Yeah. She is. Yeah, that's a bad boy. Me not like that one. So yeah, as you fire it off, you get the feeling that yeah, she is. Oh, how far is that? What's the distance on psychic glance though?
120 feet.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, you're fine then. Yeah, so you step out around. As you fire it towards her, as it cracks in, you see the kind of fear as she has to take that last bit of resolve. You know that you broke the skull. You, broke her mind before she managed to just catch it. And there is a weakness there. She is not
Excellent.
great at intelligence saving throws. Nice.
Do I want to do a bonus action?
Do you want to do a bonus action?
Who could do with some inspiration? Who could do with some inspiration?
Me? The witch? you're gonna
Let's
take inspiration.
inspire Faywin by telling her she was particularly persuasive in that conversation.
You did a really good
Is that
job.
Faye or Kim?
Insight check.
I'm hoping it's me.
Insight check.
Bullshit check. Sweet.
So yeah, you got an extra D10 for 10 minutes.
Nice. That can go on attack rolls or damage, right?
Ability check, attack roll, saving throw, and because of magical inspiration, magical healing or damage.
Yeah, sweet. Nice. She is up next. Having just been broken, she is still holding on to that spell as it is stormy. Cool. So, an object. You call down as the clouds rumble above. There are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you. Yeah, I'll take one of the little things. 6 bolts of lightning strike down onto the platform. 1 for each of you, and 1 for one of those little froggy boys. Can you all give me dexterity saving throw?
Succeed her con save.
Yeah.
Con save from the psychic lance.
No, she legendary.
There was no
resistance.
con save.
Resistant.
She resistant. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she didn't if she took damage. That's what you said. That was the opposite of what you said earlier when I did my.
She didn't take any damage.
Yeah, it wasn't a damage.
She didn't take any. Sorry, my
Yeah.
bad.
It wasn't a damage thing.
Misunderstood.
It was a slightly different one.
What are we rolling here?
Dex saving throws to dodge out the way of a lightning bolt that's coming down from this thunderous cloud that she is holding concentration on above you.
Nat
Like,
20.
Beyond is killing me today.
20.
12.
Fail.
11.
Fail.
25.
Pass. Von passed. Arta. I got it right this time.
I got an 8. No, 7. 8.
Fail. These bolts strike and hurt like balls. Again, it's one I need to roll on D&D Beyond. It's too many. Oh, you fucking 1, 1, 2, 1. I'm like, what the fuck? D&D Beyond's broken. How comes for you guys always roll 20s? I don't roll that. I rolled 10d6. I got 22 damage. So 22 damage for those that failed, 11 for those that passed. Lightning damage, if that makes any difference. I'm rolling real dice. That's it.
It doesn't, because for some reason, despite being a lightning blooming
No.
cleric, not immune to lightning. I'm immune to fire, and I'm immune to resistance to poison and fire, but no, not lightning.
Lightning and thunder are 2 different things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rolled 19 on my con save.
Cool. So yeah, you maintain. Yeah, because it was only 22, so it was 11. Yeah, you're fine. So Zaga, you need to do 1/4 slow as well.
Oh, yeah. Can't save. 14.
Go. Yeah, you guys are fine. I just want to check because I'm pretty sure each one you maintain. Yeah, sweet. That's not her action. That just happens because she's maintaining concentration on that spell. So she can make 2 wave attacks. One is going Ottar's way again. I literally have to look up your names on the freaking screen. That is a dirty 20, Ottar.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, I didn't know if you had anything. The finger bus is coming and everybody's jumping. Oh, this is so... Oh, maybe I will go back to rolling it online. It's so much harder to piece all these dice together and do the maths quickly. 10, 18, 20, 34 points of bludgeoning. Sorry, I need strength save. You pass your strength saving throw? Yeah.
First one, yes.
Oh, so you need to do another one, sorry. So it's 37 if you fail.
Yeah, I failed that one.
37, and you're prone again. And the other one, she's being pretty blocked, but Faywin's been very, very annoying. So the other wave crash is going to go at Faywin. That is a 30.
Yeah, sadly,
Can you give me a
that
strength?
just hits.
Strength saving throw. This is the same attack you did last time if you wanted John to do his thing.
Yes, I would like him to do that, please.
Oh, good, because I rolled really bad, so I'd rather kill John. 10. Yeah, for the same one, I just rolled 16. Fucking hell. I rolled 37 against Burn and 16 against you. Dice, man.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Was that halved because John
Half
took
because
it?
John's going to take it, yeah.
Thank you.
That is her go. Arta, you are up.
Well, so
You know-
the Naga in front of me is looking pretty
Pretty messed up, and you know that
Um,
they go after you as well, both the Nagas.
First thing I'm going to have to do is a mass healing word on everyone
Mm-hmm.
at the highest level I can do it, which is 5, and that is only 12 points of healing, so
Oof.
it's just not.
Thank
yeah,
you.
mass healing word is.
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah, but it does get
and
everyone.
then I'm just going to try it. Yeah, it does a little bit. Then I'm just going to hit it with my hammer.
Nice.
Attempt to.
With my amulet, the benefit of whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
I get to double whatever's rolled on the dice. Does that count for something that somebody else rolls?
No, so that's just for hit dice, right?
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I think
just
it's
check
usually,
that.
I think it's hit die. Yeah.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits. Go on, the mighty hammer.
That's a 1 plus 4. That's a 5.
5.
Zaga is amazed that Arthur's actually hit something with his
He's hit something with it, and it you see as you like crack into the hammer as it like locks its head up as if it's going to go back. It rings back round and it's just holding on. It looks like it's got the fucking Tweety Bird stars around its eyes, but it is very, very low. 5 is not a lot of damage. Damn that hammer, man! I thought it was cooler. Did that hammer doesn't do like extra damage on top of it? You know, like with some strikes you can add to it.
It only does if I throw it or I use my smite, which I need to decide before I do, I believe. Because I rolled it and I was like, it's not that much. 5, 1d8 plus 4 will be
Yeah.
fine. And then I saw the 1 and I was like, well, I've already
Yeah,
rolled it.
shit.
I can't.
Yep, cool. No worries. Good gamble. Anything else you got? Stay where you are?
There's nothing else I can do. I used an action, bonus action, and with his
Yep. Yeah. Well, with his dying bite, I think he's going to have to try and get you. Oh.
Do it.
You're on the floor. You're prone. The Naga with its last breath as it spins round at you, Arta, as you've clonked it. It catches Otter laying prone on the floor, just being knocked down, and sees an easy target. As you are prone, that is an advantage for me. I rolled a 15 and a 16. So that is 24 to hit.
Oh, 25 hit. Yeah.
Ooh.
What's the current red's dice?
A
D10.
D10. What's your
You
AC?
need 8.
8.
18.
Need 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no. No.
What are you on?
6.
Well, you
7.
rolled
6.
7.
7.
Yeah. 24.
7.
Yes.
I actually rolled an 8
Oh.
from D&D Beyond.
Oh, Zaga comes in clutch.
Zaga with the mean words to the big worm, or the big dragony beast, as he goes for the bite and misses.
On the unknown scale of Dewhurst, Dr. Dewhurst, I'm at 23, so I'm very close.
That poison would have got you fucking so. How's the poison work? That's a con save. That doesn't affect if you're less prone and stuff. Nice. So it misses. That is its go. The other one is looking fine, though. I think he's going to have to try and catch the 3 of you in a cone of cold. As this one positions himself up to get John, Faywin, Von, Zaga, and the Froggy Boys in a cone of cold. His last one. Oh, he's only one, I think, because the other guy did one. So that is a con save, I believe. Yes, con save, please, from you all.
I can do inspiration for ability check or for a save as well, or not?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it's
It's
pretty good. It's
D10.
for everyone.
Yeah, saving throw you can.
So, okay.
I rolled an 8.
15.
15 is... hang on, I can't do 2 things at once. Well, I can, I just can't do it on the same screen. Cool. 15's a fail, 8's a fail, obviously. Zaga?
I also got 15.
You wouldn't be in this one.
Sound. I thought I was.
No, because of where the dragon's placed, it can only get the cone to go in front of his dragon mate. I mean, he could have killed his other dragon mate.
It could have killed his dragon mate.
Yeah, it could have killed his dragon
John
mate.
got
but
24.
John survives. So it's
my con save was a 22.
Yours is safe as well. So 41 damage.
Do I have to wait for my turn to call on Jenny?
It depends what you. Yes, I think you have to do it on top of an action.
Okay.
It depends what you're going to be calling to do and how you're going to do it, but that's what we did with Arta.
I was going to ask for her to heal us all.
Add to the. Yeah, I think you'd have. I think you'd have to do it on your go to boost spells. To say, I want to use that as my attack option.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, 41 damage to those that failed, 20 to those that passed.
I rolled that one on my concentration check.
The ground is returned.
John is dead and I am down.
Oh no! John is gone. Faywin's down. Oh shit! I just turned the dragon around. Okay. Shit. 41. So the one that's half dead. This Salad dies. The other one is looking super fucked up, but they have not been released yet. As that one's go. Von, you are up. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine this one probably is looking pretty good.
This one's looking good. The other one's still looking super fucked up. This one's looking fantastic.
How far is 60 foot from the Water Witch?
It should be not too far. I think I've actually pieced these up correctly. Yeah, so 32, 60 on fake, just where Fabian is. So about 10, 15 foot forward from where you are.
What's Saka concentrating on?
Slow.
I forgot what he was concentrating on. And that's only affecting.
It's affecting
the elemental.
the elemental and the water weird. Yeah, they're stuck in the water, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm not going to do what I'm thinking of doing because that will probably do quite a bit of damage to Zagra as well. So
Yeah. I would probably
Yeah.
not turn on each other now. But I mean, it's up to you.
if Zaga's not concentrated, then it could work very well. But
Hint, hint.
right. Next.
Let's go. You can drop concentration whenever you want. I mean, you have a free. Fuck it. We'll say the deafened wears off. You have the free. You can always shout to each other in battle. You just can't have like too much of a conversation backwards and forwards if you're wanting to plan stuff, because you can drop concentration at any time. So yeah, don't.
Just mouth like walking through a window.
Yeah, drop your concentration. Yeah, if you have a plan, that you have the chance to shout, and this game is very much about strategy. And when shit is going wrong, strategizing and linking your turns together is how you're going to win more easily. So
Okay,
don't
I will.
be afraid to push.
I mean, I suppose I could telepathically say it anyway.
you
I?
could telepathically just tell him, yeah.
Yeah. So I will telepathically tell Zaga to drop his concentration and move within 60 feet of her.
I guess I dropped my concentration.
Mm-hmm.
And
Slow.
can I have a intelligence saving throw from her, please? And I'm going to use my Cosmic Omen woe on her as well.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw. She has not a great intelligence saving throw. Oh, I can't put this. There's not a shot on the camera, is it?
I rolled a 3 on the Cosmic Omen.
So she's got to take 3 off whatever she rolls.
Yes.
I rolled a 19, so it goes down to a 16.
What's the pass on it?
It's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah.
Should hit some. I rolled an 18 on a dice.
That is just what she needs to pass. So she takes half damage.
No.
But she loses concentration either way.
Okay. How should you use concentration either way?
So half of 8d8 psychic damage.
You just making up spells?
No, this is my mind shriek, so I'm going to have to do a wisdom save afterwards.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, as you hit her, she saves, but without her ability to burn. The clouds above you start to part and dissipate. The thunder stops rolling.
I rolled a 38, so 19 psychic damage.
19 psychic damage. What did double negative I did it on? Okay, she is just bloodied. Did you have to step up to 60 foot for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I assumed you were, because you are.
Yeah, the range is 60 foot.
Let's go.
I guess for my bonus action, I will use the starry form on the
The weak one?
nagger that's almost dead, yeah.
Yep, that would be smart.
Fucking course I waste a fucking nat 20 on that. That's gonna probably has like 1 fucking health.
No, it's got 2. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't
Double
even
a
have to
one.
roll.
The plus is
Even
done,
just
yeah.
the bonus to it. Even the bonus will get it.
The starry form, as this thing is weak and around, reeling from the fact that it missed the attack on Otter, sees you, and as it turns back, that starry form archer delves straight in through one of the wounds created, killing the beast.
And I rolled a 17.
Oh, it speaks common as well.
Save.
Fuck you. Why did you kill me? A what on your wisdom save?
17.
One moment, please.
Nice knowing you.
As you fire that off, you see that she just saves that battle of the minds as you hear, as you feel her mind kind of crack, as you are essentially entering her, using the powers you've conjured to enter her mind to cause damage. Why did I put this on there twice? Cool. Hang on. What have I done here? Oh, okay, cool. I've written it out twice. It confused the hell out of me. You hear, and you've been hearing some whispers, but this is different. You are hearing echoes and whispers in your mind, loud, like someone is screaming inside your skull. You are accessing and hearing part of her thoughts, some of her feelings, some of her emotions are screaming into your brain. You have disadvantage on insight checks and concentration saves for 1 hour. So any concentration checks you roll from now on will be disadvantage for this bite fight. But yeah, as you rack in and hit that spell, you almost recoil with the screams and sounds inside your brain. You can hear and access parts. We can do some art after if you want to try and remember what it was you recall from inside there. But mainly what you're initially hit with is as you do that damage, the reaction of her taking that damage is what you have replayed back in your mind as screams. Nice. Up next is the water elemental.
Who is no longer slow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So That spell did anyone in a radius that was concentrating on a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I was like, what? Why would you cancel the slot? Yeah, so you would have taken damage as well. I was like, I had that. You not had not a dropped
You could have
concentration.
possibly taken 8d8 damage
Yeah.
because it would have been an intelligence saving throw, which you will probably fail, right? Or was it wisdom? You'll...
Intelligence is +4 to saving throws. Wisdom is a flat 0.
8d8 is still not great. As the water elemental can. Slow's gone. Cool. As he can, gain his speed, rush back, and try and hit you with an attack. So he's going to try and slam. First one is a 13 against you, Von. Assuming it's a miss.
Misses.
And second slam attack, it's 2 on a dice. So, this thing finally gets its chance to get up into the fight, swings at you with its 2 watery, meaty arms, misses and misses. As we are back to the top. You're just prone, Otter, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Cool. You see on initiative count 1 that Salad that is near death starts to move. As it makes its way towards, grabs Faywin's body and starts to move back. So he's taking a dash action, but carrying someone takes heart. Oh, that's a huge creature, actually. And takes her back towards the hole. So Zaga, as you're stood there, a bit confused, bemused. You've been told you drop the concentration. Von fires out this thing. It cracks. You hear the Water Witch kind of take the hit, and then you see Von recoil as this creature just next to you just starts walking past. This thing with giant claws reaches down, grabs Faywin's unconscious body, and just turns and walks back towards the hole in the wall, the fake door, the anti-magic field. Otter, you're up. It just gets to the door for now. You can't see anything else. But it's just stood next to you, cradling Faywin's body.
Okay, so
Otter,
stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you took an action to call on Jenny.
You add it to an action. So if you want to do something with your action, you can amp up one of your... You can amp up your attacks, you can amp up your spell damage, you can amp up something else by adding a d6, or you can ask for something else, and then that's what we did last time. We just looked at what she could potentially cast.
I'd want to ask if she could heal us all. Is that something she can do? Does still get an action, or is that literally the action? Because I'm asking that.
Healing isn't really her jam. Give me 1 second to look. It would be, if you want her to step in and cast something, it would be would get you to roll, and then you decide how many kind of callings you want to see how good you make it. I'm just looking at what she might well...
If she can, I'll ask to amp up an attack.
She might be able to do something. Let me see what I can do. For you, because she's not amping up something you can do, it's a bit of a strange one. Like, not to play into it, but say Arta was calling on it, she could amp up stuff that he was doing. But for her to cast a healing spell would be kind of not necessarily her jam, but she could do something. So I will
I'll ask her
say,
to help me deal more damage to my attack on the wall.
yeah, you can do that, or she can cast, because she will have it, and it kind of makes more sense for you. Would be able to cast a mass armor of Agathis. And she would be able to do it at a higher level if you wanted to. So At 1 bargain, it'd be 5 temporary hit points. 2 bargains, 10. 3 bargains, 15. So it'd only be temporary hit points, but if you wanted to, you would be able to use a spell that is more akin to your spells, that are also more akin to her spells. So you could call upon passing out Armor of Agathis to everyone, so they all get the cold damage temporary hit points. So wait, temporary. I suppose temporary would bring Faerun back as well.
I don't think it does, you know.
Well, I was trying to work out if temporary just goes on top. Temporary. Oh, I've got the highlight here. Some other supposed to. Oh no, there aren't actually. No, so it wouldn't. She would just have like a weird temporary hit point shield.
You said the water witch is looking bloodied, right?
Just bloodied, yeah.
Just bloodied. I'm going to ask Jenny to amp up my Eldritch Blasts.
Mm-hmm. So
As much as she can.
you call on how many bargains you want to make, how much you want to hand over to her. It's a D6, so it's whether you want to add it to. If you're calling on it, you can roll your D20 and then decide if you're not going to add it to your attack. You can add it to your damage.
Okay, well, I have to roll 3 times for an Eldritch Blast, so I guess 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just rolling dice. Oof, that's not good.
So like I say, if you want, you can flick and add it. You can add a D6 to your attack roll if you wanted to not have it on the damage.
Okay, I will.
But yeah, you wouldn't be able to do both.
Could I use 2 on attack rolls and 1 on damage?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can roll the attack. If you miss the attack, you want to add it to make sure you hit the attack. You can do that. You can't then add another one to the attack you've just hit on. So you can use a bargain to boost your attack roll or boost your damage. So yeah, if you're taking 3, you use them however you want to use those 3. Just add D6 to them.
Okay. The first blast would be a 21 to hit.
Yep. You want to roll all the
So I'll
attacks
use
first.
a dice to. Yeah. Be 8. That's 5. 13 force on the first damage.
13.
First blast.
Nice.
The second one would be 22 to hit.
Yep.
Which would be 13. 16 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second dice, the last one, I rolled a 7, so I'm going to add 4 on the d6 to make that 11 plus 8, 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 hits.
And that'd be 9 force damage.
9, 4. Oh, press wrong button. 9 force damage. Nice big hits. Yeah, well into the looking more fucked up as you call on as you hear in your air as you kind of look around, see the situation, kind of just thinking. As soon as you think towards Jenny helping, she almost appears whispering in your ear. She's like, "Don't worry, darling, I'll help these ones." And just as you cast the ones that you miss, you see that she at the end. It's almost like when they pin the bullets at the end. She just gets those Eldritch blasts, and you can see that outside the normal purple coloration of your force damage, there is this like slight green necrotic energy that follows it round.
I should have done this at the start, but I'll Hexblade curse the water witch.
Good enough. Good job. She's fuck you.
Yes.
Nice. End of your turn.
Yeah. Let me turn and I'll roll to blink out.
Yep.
Which I just do.
Oof, okay, so as you fire off and she looks, you see she's building up another wave attack as you blink out of distance, as you hear her go, no! And just fires it anyway. Unfortunately, Arta is stood behind. So Arta, you are going to take the legendary action. As a wave crash comes your way, that is a 24 to hit. Can you give me a strength saving throw as you are blasted with water, I think for the first time?
Yeah. That is a natural 20 plus 3.
Nice. That is good, because these were much better rolls. 6. So it was 44 damage, so 22 bludgeoning damage, because you held and you managed to get the shield up and keep yourself prone. From falling prone. Don't keep yourself prone. You can thank Arta for disappearing in front of you there on that one. That is her legendary action.
Thanks, Arta.
Faywin, you are up. Can I get a death saving throw, please?
Yeah, I'll just send it to you.
Yep. Cool.
Wait, has no one tried?
Yeah, no one tried healing
I was
that.
gonna say, no.
That's Faywin's go. Zaga, you are up.
I am going to move up within 60 foot of the water witch.
Yeah. That's going to be pretty much your full move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that's like literally your full move.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to use my bagpipes.
Nice.
Does she have less than 150 HP?
She does have less than 150 HP, yeah.
Then she is stunned. I use power
Power
word
word
stun,
stun.
7 charges on my bagpipes.
Fuck! Okay.
She gets a con save at the end of her turn,
Yep.
but it takes effect instantly because of the HP.
Yeah. Yeah, power word stun is a bitch. Sweet. Anything on bonus action? Faywin is still dead, if anyone has any healing.
Where is she?
In the arms of the frog.
Being dragged off by a
She's
frog.
being dragged off to be eaten by a frog. The frog doesn't look
You just
menacing,
say
to be fair.
cradled, so I feel like it's comforting.
Unfortunately, I only have cure wounds, which means I need to touch her, which means
Oh,
I need
yeah.
to move.
You could have done.
So-
To be fair, you were stood next to her before. If you wanted to change the order of your attacks, I will allow
Oh,
it.
in that case, I will do a cure wounds on her. Wait, no, I just did it. Can I do 2 spells when I use the bagpipes?
Yes.
I-
Technically, yes. New rules, I think, would be yes. Because you can't use a leveled spell slot, so I think lots of people are trying to get away with it by using magical items. So, yeah, I think so. Because the
Okay,
magic
we'll
is
do a
being
cure wounds then.
is being summoned from the magical item as part of being a higher level character.
And 11 points of healing.
11 points of healing. Failing as you feel that as Zaga kind of puts it would be quite funny because he'd be cradling. It's almost like you'd be able to reach up and just touch her head, cast cure wounds, and then trot forward to cast this out. Fabian, as you wake up, you are just cradled in the arms of this creature that is just breathing with this big smile, drooling a little bit as you see peeking up from where she disappeared, Ileana appearing at the back of the room.
Does it look her face?
It doesn't look her face now, unless she orders it to. Up next is the Water Witch, who is stunned. So the only thing she can do is con save.
Yeah, con save, 18.
18. She gets a plus 10. But has lost the chance to absolutely murder. Oh, fuck. Good. I rolled an 8, so it's 18. Fucking hell, that was close.
Worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah, that was her go straight away, gone. Fucking hell, I thought. When I saw the 8, I was like,
Yeah, you can't cut in words out.
oh yeah. No, I don't think you can.
No, I can take words now.
You can take words out. Yeah. Oh, okay. That got a shiver of sweat. I thought she was going to be out for 2 rounds. Arta, you're up. There is still.
How far away from her am I?
You're about, if if Zaga's 60 foot, you're about 80 foot. I will remind you there is still a big dragon thing here, but you do what you want to do.
Yeah, at the same point, like, I feel like
Maybe it's.
How is the elemental next to us and the big dragon looking?
Elemental is looking fine. That dragon has not been touched.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But the witch lady is just understand is also super fucked up. So it's whether you think how you think it's all.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just try and get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do an attack. I'm going to have to do something with a saving throw so I can do half damage. I think that's how we're going to play it. Can I get within 60 foot of her?
Yeah. You got nothing. Where do you want to stand though?
I want to get.
You can get 30
further.
Down here, yeah. I think.
I want to get further away. I don't want to be standing next to anyone ideally.
That's what
yeah,
I thought.
that'll do.
30 takes you right up to the edge. She's still on the high ground, but you're not stood next to those two. Yeah.
Okay. Can I please get a con saving throw?
Okay, I just rolled one of these real well. Plus 10. Oh, fucking hell. 17.
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah. Half damage? What is it?
Wait, hold up. How is Zaga's saving throw 18 when I've got +5 to wisdom?
Because he gets a +1 from the bagpipes.
From the shield.
Oh, from the shield.
From something. I get
From
a +1
something, yeah.
from something.
There's a magic item in there that does more.
Well, it's fine. It's half damage, so whatever.
Yeah, from the shield.
What damage is it?
Thunder, but it doesn't matter because it's immune to resistances.
Ah, okay.
As in, spells you cast ignore resistance to thunder damage.
She has
didn't roll
thunder
a 1,
damage
so
resistance.
retreat is 2. That's well, it doesn't matter. That's 26, so 13
points of damage. Nice. Cool. Your go? Done?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I can't do this. So, yeah.
She's going to use all of her legendary actions after being stunned to cast her last big spell. A spell
I'm probably going to die here.
that Zaga nearly saw and didn't see. The only person that can see it is the person that's not going to be affected by it because they're in the ethereal plane. As a wall of water rises up behind her as she shoots forward a tsunami. It is... I can make the wall up 300 foot long. So it's just going to take up the whole of this wave and just crash through. She's going to hit her own creatures that are in there and just go full for it. I need... Ooh. Let me just check where it says. I don't know about Feywind, but I'll check. I need everybody to roll, if they're on this plane of existence, a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
15.
maybe,
Yeah, I got 6.
18 for Zaga.
Fucked my ass.
Oh boy.
What did you just say? Fuck my ass. So did anyone get?
Zaga was like, "Oh, I'm screwed here," and then an 18. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think an 18's still going to fail.
18's still going to fail. Did anyone get above a 20?
Nope.
Nope. I didn't roll that well, unfortunately.
I didn't roll it. Is that right?
Roll it with advantage. I'll say that you are, because you're kind of in the building, which I think would lessen the impact of it.
Yeah, I still only got 16 as high.
Okay, cool. Nice. As this wave rushes past, you all take then 31 points of damage.
I faint in the arms of this frog.
Mm-hmm. Feyman goes down. How's everyone else looking?
Again.
Yeah. 31.
I'm still up, just about.
I am in the single digits.
Zagger
And
is
I have
a little
no
worse. than
spells
Bloody.
left.
Okay. That does the full 31 damage to the water nugget and the elemental. The elemental is looking much weaker now, and obviously that's the first bit of damage. The first bit of damage the thing has taken is from its master. That was all of her legendary actions for this round gone though. Up before Von is the water nugget. Who's going to do the most damage? How smart are these things? I think he's just going to have to go for a bite. It didn't work so well. Vaughn is going to crawl towards you and go for the bite attack as this creature looms over, hoping for big damage with the
I'm
bite.
gonna Cosmic Omen
Okay.
the bite and hope that it does something. It's a 5.
So it's got +8 to hit. So this is a +3.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14. So that's a 17.
That does not hit.
Ah, fucking, what's your AC? 18?
19.
Fuck, where'd you get an 19 AC from? Fuck's sake. I keep
You
switching
said this
between
last
two
I've
dice.
had the shield the entire time.
I keep forgetting. It's painted on your back. Fuck. Ah, fuck, I thought that was enough. That dice went on a fucking journey around some big old numbers before it landed. Shit. Yeah, that's a one. I done it.
Cosmic Omen
Bite.
coming up clutch.
Yep. So Von, that's you up. This thing is looking good. The water elemental is toe to toe with you.
Yeah.
That thing is 10 foot away. It has a 10-foot bite reach, and the water witch has blown all her legendary actions.
Okay. Well, how is she's not looking great at all, is she?
She's not looking good at all.
Okay, I'm going to, at risk of it being at disadvantage because I've got someone in range of me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to skirt around the side of the elemental to get an attack on at her.
I'm assuming coming
Still
this
staying
side.
within range.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'm not going out of range of either.
Just teasing them.
Yes. So I'll go with the starry form first. I can roll the exact same thing on both. That's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, for my action, what do I go with here?
Who is
What's the
that?
thing most likely to hit? Big damage, what's big damage, what's big damage?
Nothing. You got nothing.
So let's just... I'm going to go for a 4th level guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Just try and do that bit extra damage.
Yep.
That is an 18 to hit.
18 just hits. Wait, let me just double check. I've got nothing I can do. I've got anything I can do. Oh, shit. And she's concentrating on the tsunami, sorry. No, I can't do anything. So that is going to hit.
That's 7d6. Oh, that is fucking good rolls. Okay. That's 32 radiant damage.
2 radiant damage is enough. As you fire a guiding bolt, the concentration on the tsunami, the wave that was getting ready to career back as she drops into the water, as the water weirds and the elementals disappear, but the water naga stays up. She did.
Otter's on the ethereal planes, just like jumping around.
Why did I
Haven't
run
we
away
bitch?
from the fight? Jumping around. So, anything else on your go?
No, nothing else I can do.
Nice. So you hear this thing cries out. As she goes down and that kind of link is there. This thing just screams out. This like haunting howl that comes out from this beast as it looks enraged. Otter, round to you. Fabian is still dying.
There's not much I can do to help Fabian. Can
Wow.
I use my 10-foot blink movement to move closer to the water witch? And I'll move 30 feet as close to her as I can.
You're just about 5 foot off. She's in a pile of hexes and everything else.
Oh, I would gain 11 HP back from that as well. So.
I thought it was only if you were in 30 foot.
No, just because I've cast it, it's like I got the power back from it. So I will aim 3 Eldritch Blasts at the Naga.
Okay.
So I got a 17, so 2 17s,
Yep.
25.
Yeah, all hit. Unleash the beast.
So that's 15, 21 plus.
Do me
That's 33 points of force damage across all of them.
Yeah. Sweet. Nice. This thing is still standing, but it's looking much weaker. Cool. Are you blinking? How does that? That blink's not concentration either, is it?
No, it's just happens.
So you just keep blinking. How long
Like
is it for?
say-
Is it a minute?
Yeah, a minute. So 10 rounds. So like you say, if I go down, I blink out.
You blink out,
then
yeah.
I'll blink,
You're gone. Okay, cool. Nice. Fabian, I've just had the death save. Zaga, you are up. You've seen the witch go down, but this beast is ready to carry on snapping.
I'll wander over to Faywin and do another Cure Wounds.
Nice.
I rolled the wrong one. Ignore that roll. I rolled it at level 2. I only wanted level 1.
Mm-hmm.
It will be 9 points apiece.
Thank you.
And as I'm right there, and she looks pretty haggard and exhausted, she's almost looking hag-like from how
Hag-like.
tired she looks. Hag-like. I will hand her one of my 2 Potion of Vitalities.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then I will just... how much movement do I have left?
About 10 foot.
I'll move back 10 foot in case this thing decides to try another cone of anything.
Yeah. What? Why would I do that? Nice. Arthur, you're up.
How's the Naga looking?
It's still looking okay. It's bloodied, but it's not on death's door yet. It looks angry.
Do we just try and do that? Yeah, we're going to try and go for a guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a miss. Who's next in the order?
Oh, I don't know what you said. Did you miss?
It was a 30.
A 13?
Yeah.
That misses. Up next is the Naga, which is great news. He's going to go for another bite on Von, because he's angry as fuck, and that's going to be the best spell he's got left. Bite him, motherfuckers.
Gonna Cosmic Omen again,
Fuck
just
you.
to try and hold on.
Just mind, I'm going to Ice Storm you all. Don't make me Cone of Cold you again.
It's a 4.
I rolled an 18, so that'll be a 14. So he misses again.
So misses.
Von, you're up. Fuck's sake, this does like 9d8 poison damage if I fucking just bite you. This thing is snapping away. It is gonna keep going for you.
Yeah, I figure that.
Come here, boy. I'm going to
I'm
eat you.
going to, at disadvantage for my bonus, fire off the archer.
You're 10 foot away, so it wouldn't be a disadvantage.
Oh, it wouldn't be. Oh, okay.
No. Yeah,
In that case, that is a 26.
Yep.
Didn't math for a second.
That is a make up number quickly. 35.
42. That is. What's the plus? Plus 5. So that's 18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage. Nice. Still standing.
Then I'm going to, I guess, step up close to it and go for primal savagery.
Mm-hmm.
My action. That is a 15.
15 does not hit. Okay, the boy still stands. Otto, you're up. This thing is snapping away, trying to bite. Von.
I will move up next to the Lord,
Yep.
just so I'm there. And again, I'll aim 3 Eldritch Blasts at the Naga.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he doesn't trust somebody in the group to let him loot the water.
Look at the gap as well. You'd have to like literally teleport there. A dimension.
I mean, I'd literally kill Zaga. If you tried. It's a dirty 20,
Yep.
a 15, and
15.
a 16.
16 hits, so 2 hit, 1 miss.
That's 19 force damage altogether.
19 force damage. Nice. He's looking weak, but not out. Faye, when you are back up, you can remove
Am I
yourself.
still in the arms of the...
You are, yeah, but you can jump out of the arms of this creature.
Could I start?
I didn't
Say-
blink, by the way.
You didn't blink, okay. Yeah, you can stand up.
Or I could just stay.
You can stay for it, yeah.
The vitality thing, the hit dice is only when you rest, right? So I couldn't use that. The hit points now.
Yes. What's it say? When you roll hit die, so you get max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the maximum, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to use one of my potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
4d4 plus 4. Thank goodness. And then telepathically because I saw Eliana, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you, but stay hidden and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then attack the thing.
Yep.
And it's -2, right? Because I'm exhausted twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's actually -4.
So
Because it's -2
-4,
per
okay.
level of exhaustion, yeah.
okay, cool. I'm not going to sharpshooter then. and that's 22.
Fucking rude. Yeah, hits.
Yeah, at least it's not extra damage.
I'm not going to shout
And
you
that's 13 points of
Is that your
damage.
inspiration, remember?
No, I haven't. I used that for a
That-
second.
I've used already.
13 points of damage is enough. 4 points too many. As you fire from the arms of the creature.
Can we say that just because it's quite cute?
Lean back, gymnast style, and just
She leans down and fires between its legs.
as it's trying to snap and bite. It doesn't have any legs. Oh, between the thing's legs. I thought you meant the fucking creature. Like I've definitely described it as a snake. As violent as this thing is grabbing to try and bite you as it rears up, this arrow comes out of the side, straight into the eyes. This thing wails, falls, and dies. You notice on the first body as well as this body not long after that the bodies start to, the same way they did before, dissipate, like almost dissolve into white light and magic as their bodies quickly disintegrate out of sight. These creatures, wherever they are, don't sit and rot like animals. They start to disintegrate into magic. But as all creatures that were trying to kill you are dead, you are out of initiative. Congratulations.
I am gonna loot this bitch.
She's got nothing on her.
I wanna try stabbing her in the head
Oh,
with my warhammer.
Yeah, you can go up to her and stab it if you want. Nice. Give me investigation.
God. What's my plus? 0. 15.
0. 15. Nice. Yeah, you go through this. She is dressed, and again, her clothes are matted and tatty and full of salt. She travels a lot through water, and you can see there was almost in certain places part of her that was starting to almost within the layers of clothes you find like almost as if she was starting to grow tentacles in that of an octopus, not like a mind flayer. So they have the suckers on there that she was starting to form and gain extra power as you're going through. This is weird. Her body was starting to morph with what was going on, but you do pull a few things off that you can find. She has, of course, the Serpent Eye amulet. The amulet you saw the first time in the museum when you first met her is attached. She didn't have it round her neck. It's attached within one of the garments. And as you're going through, you are drawn towards it as you hear the voice in your mind just come through to you. As you are almost panicked in the speed at which you are trying to rustle through and find what's going on here and pull it through, and you've been long to get to this thing. That is all that you're being drawn towards, is grabbing this thing. And as you get your hands on it, you hear the voice in your mind. You feel this ecstatic, like this rush of endorphins through your body as you just hear the voice say, "Yes, good. You are my champion. Now collect the rest, and together we can rule." The rest of you would see, if you were moving close, Arta on the way to go and stab her in the head. As you see Otter frantically, like, disregard for this being a humanoid at all, just like throwing her about trying to find. You just see as he finds what he finds, his body goes almost, he'd be like on his knees, and his body would fling back. And you can see he's holding something in his arms, with both arms back, his head almost looking up to the sky. And as you get close, you can see his eyes have rolled back as he's just momentarily in this trance, 3 or 4 seconds, before he comes back to himself.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Otter find the other sending stone? Because I hear Faywin would really like it on the set.
It'd be such a dick move to not put it there. Yeah, we'll say there's other sending stones there as well. It's really stinky.
Just one, like as a pair or multiple?
Otter's already got the other
Otter's got the
one.
other one.
Yeah, okay, I'm just checking.
With
So where,
yep,
from where I am in the arms of this man, the thing,
yep.
can I see Ottar's eyes rolling and stuff?
No, I think you guys would be too far back. It would be.
I run over and cast. I run over and do 3 cure wounds. I heal myself 40 points, and I heal Faywin 25.
Nice. Yeah, it'd be Von and Arta. If Zaga was moving forward, would have the best bet, but Zaga and you were real far back, so you'd be less likely to see it. Arta and Von were much closer to seeing down to where she was, and would be very obvious as Otto is moving frantically, like a zombie-style frantic, ripping through trying to find stuff, and then all of a sudden just leans back, arms out for 3 or 4 seconds, and then comes back to himself. And Otto, you feel fucking fantastic with this thing in your hand.
So the amulet, the sending stone, anything else?
No. In terms of what she carries, most of what she was calling on, the same as you. She didn't use weapons. So there'll be some odd trinkets and bits on there that may be worth a bit of gold, but you could grab, and then we find out if they were worth anything. But she was seemingly traveling with the things that she wanted to grab. You had taken the artifacts that she had before.
Okay. With that, I will pull out my lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
I will saber off her hands and her head.
Okay. It's a bit weird, but alright.
And the hands, because that's what she's casting all the spells with doing damage, which pisses me off.
And I'll wear her like a helmet.
And the head, I'll just disregard the hands. I'll just throw them into the water,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just, as you see in films, I just grab her head, I've severed head by the hair,
Mm-hmm.
and just carry it towards Ileana.
Okay.
Would they have known that Ileana was there though? Because it was only me that was at the back that would have seen them.
No,
I haven't
carry
called out
towards.
that she's there. I spoke to
No.
her.
Oh well, okay, not Ileana, but I'll head towards
Back towards where you were at, yeah. I think as you would get there as well, Fabian, after being healed and turning back from Arta coming over, you look back and Ileana's gone. She's not appeared. She's not standing there waiting to find out what's happened.
Did she reply to me when I said, "Thank you, but stay hidden and stay safe"?
No, she disappeared.
Oh, she just followed my orders.
Mm.
Okay.
Orders.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I am the one true character.
Nice. As you, you all convene then back up on the top. You can see these two creatures are just almost like fizzing, like soap disappearing into the ground as they are disappearing off to wherever it was that they went every time they die. And then Otto is carrying the head of this water witch, the Witch of the Waves. What have you done with the amulet?
I immediately put it on.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So add the I think it's called the Serpent's Eye amulet. Okay, cool. That's on there. As you put it on, as you walk up towards, and you're kind of all there as Otto makes his way. As you get about midway up that platform and into the thing, you feel this wave, this thing that almost makes you double over as again you just hear the voice say, "You're close. Gather them all. There is another. Close. Close." And you just hear this thing and you like kind of stop for a second. You all see Otto like kind of stop and freeze slightly and then stutter forward as your body just was like racked, your muscles frozen up.
I'm just sort of stood there in a trance.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of know where he's on about, given the conversation I've had.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm trying to fight it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Do I need to prepare a whole person spell?
Maybe.
At the minute, I'm just there in the trance, stood still, staring towards Eliana. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the rest of you watched him walk up. He's carrying by the head, which is dripping blood out, and then he just freezes again. Arthur, you've just seen him walk out, essentially, and then come back as he's wearing this bright blue serpent's eye amulet. It looks like the eye of almost like a lizard or a dragon, but it's completely blue within this.
Remembering something previously, is there any grass growing from where the blood's gone across the?
It's the blood. It's not his blood. It's the blood of this. Well, but if you can see,
No,
you
that's what I'm
if you want to hers.
I'm trying to work out whether it's like whether it's like it's their patron doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. We can roll an investigation check if you'd like. See if there's anything weird.
Yeah. Completely defeats the whole object. That is a 2.
Oh, no, you're trying to look behind as it's growing, but as you followed that trail up where he came from grass. You're not noticing anything at a quick glance. But you got 2, so it's a quick glance. What would you like to do? You all stood around with a dead head.
I want to thank Saga.
Mm-hmm.
And then thank Arthur, because I'm sure he'll get upset as well, because he did just heal me too.
You're damn right you're thanking me.
Arthur looks away but smiles.
After all that shit you gave me about Undriel and whatnot.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It doesn't change the past, but I appreciate you in the present. And I'll give him 20 gold.
Oh, gold!
Yeah, thanks.
Saga stops being grumpy.
And then I'd like to walk past Arthur and just slyly give him 25 gold.
Does Saga notice this?
Do we need to
Do a
get a
sleight
welfare
hand.
check on Faywin? She's giving all her money away.
Yeah.
A kind of scenario.
Where are you getting us money from?
It's more that she was thanking Zaga and she knows he likes gold, and then she felt guilty because Arthur did.
Okay.
Yeah, but does Saga notice that Arthur got more gold?
Oh.
I can do sleight of hand.
Yeah, you can do sleight of hand.
Perception if you want. That was a nat 20 for 25.
Yeah, even the nat 20's not going to do it for me.
Yeah. You see that you don't think it's more. Why would it be more? It's never going to be more, is it? But behind you all, as you stand on this plateau, you see come into light a ball, a magical eye that hovers above really that fake entrance that is staring down or aimed in your direction, watching what is going on here. Looks very different to the orb that was invisible, because it's not invisible. This one has very obviously been cast and is watching what you guys are doing.
I will hold in the air the head towards the wall. And after I don't know, 10 seconds of thinking the orb's seen it, I'll just drop it on the ground.
Okay.
And I will quite obviously just sort of turn away from the orb and walk back towards the water and just sort of stand there looking out towards the water.
Okay.
I'm still looking away, looking chuffed with myself, but trying not to make it obvious.
I will take a potion of vitality.
Yep.
To remove exhaustion. And then can I look around and see if there's any... I'm assuming we didn't see this ball go up, it's just appeared.
Yeah. It appeared from being invisible. So you're not sure how long it's even there for, but it clearly was being uncloaked on purpose to show you that it was there and watching.
Can I say, Eliana, is that you? You know with a scry ball, can it move like up and down to not? Could they
A
make
scry
it do
ball
that, or is it just
can't,
sort of-
but this is different. This is an arcane eye, so this one can move. You will see that I hold as Otter walks away towards the water, you just would pick up the movement inside that room as you, because that wall is still a wall. It still looks like a stone wall that she would just pass through. It never cleared. As you see her passing through, all see let me just check. Cool. This small beam of yellow light flash, and between the rest of you that stood on the platform, just stops, holding like probably about 10 foot in the air, just holding there. And it comes out of that room as she steps out, as she has her staff in hand, and is kind of like not aiming it towards you, but holding it back, and just says, "You've seen what he's capable of. What is his plan from here?" Those that are attuned in some magic, give me an Arcana check.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Technically, but I have a -1 to Arcana. That's
dirty 20.
That's a 4. Wait, we've all got spells.
25.
Let me get a drink with you. I'm gasping for some Pepsi. 20. So I had a 20 and a 25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys, when you see this thing, obviously can clearly see this is something magical. This looks like, in marble form, in the smallest possible form, a fireball. And you assume that whatever has been cast and is being held is some kind of defensive spell that she is holding on to. She's concentrating on holding this bead, which looks a hell of a lot like a fireball. As she asked the question,
us.
above you four, as
Okay.
Otter walked away. She only came out as Otter walked away.
Got it.
Now a small gassy farts.
When he came out, is the amulet obvious that he's got it on?
Yeah. He's like,
we would know that.
Elvis Presley chest hair style, got this massive blue serpent eye around his neck. He's gone full Pat Butcher.
Oh, he has got the earrings as well.
He's got the sapphire earrings as well, yeah.
And I've got a big sapphire ring. No, but
Right, good.
Sorry, so what was that question? You've seen what he's capable of?
Yeah, what is his plan now?
I look around at the group. I'm not actually sure. He just wanted to kill her and get that thing that he's wearing. Anyone else know what his plan is for the end game?
I haven't really spoken to him about anything at all, other than way back.
He's not really shared much about any of it.
He, your friend, much like as she gestures to the head on the floor, have been coerced by a being of pure evil, a being that was locked away hundreds of years ago, and few of us were challenged with keeping this secret, keeping it safe, and ensuring that this being was never released on the world again. Over the years...
I know Jenny's bad, but she's not pure evil.
She lets go of the delayed cast fireball. You die. Weird. She looks to you.
What skill level is it at? Because I've got 48 hit points and I've got resistance to fire.
Let's assume that you'll still die.
Okay.
How much damage can you do with 12d6? More than you've got. You do that math.
No. 12d 72.
I will fucking kill you with something else. Don't worry. She doesn't look very happy. What have I got? Hold person? Yeah. she ignores Arta. These champions, these descendants, have been coming to find these artifacts for centuries, and we have held off as long as we can, but even my power is starting to wane now, and I'm not sure how much longer I can fight off the likes of these, as she gestures towards Otter again. You need to understand that he cannot release this creature. You cannot let him get all of these artifacts. You cannot let the power corrupt him. If this being is released on the world, it will be the end.
How would we even stop that, though? He doesn't let us even go near the items he's collected on this journey, so
You're willing to help him
no.
gain these items. You must be willing to defend as well. You cannot be impartial. You cannot be bystanders in what is to come. You cannot accidentally walk us into apocalypse.
I open
But
my
then
mouth
why
to say
would
something
L'Oreal-
and then I think better of it.
She just points the one
We're in
towards
the
you.
middle of the story, don't even go there.
The fireball
But then
ball
why would
just a little bit.
Why would L'Oreal give away the conch if that's part of the issue?
The conch was, well, she clearly was seeking someone to pass on this information to, some way of bringing others into the fold. We have served our time. This, I may not look it, but we have been keepers of these secrets for over 5 centuries now. And there's not much longer we can hold on to this. This needs to die with us in peace, but it cannot die in peace whilst there are champions, descendants still alive.
Can you not destroy the artifacts that you still have?
These artifacts are too powerful. They are linked. Something in the binding of the being has intertwined us all for destiny. The reason I'm alive this long is because of the same power that provides your friend there with his abilities. Once these artifacts are gone, I am gone as well. Otter, what you do by the water?
Struggling with his inner conscience.
Mm-hmm.
He heard what she said earlier about descendants and about being an evil patron, and he knows he's got to kill the Death Bloom. He just want to hurt his friends. Well, strange as it seems, he didn't consider them friends as such to start with. Didn't think they would end up being friends, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why he's gone to the water is to try and resist temptation to attack Oriana.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially wants to put distance between himself and here. But he's also struggling knowing that his patron wants him to.
Mm-hmm.
To
You can hear that as you're there. It's like whilst it's quiet and you're at the water's edge, almost looking into the water. It's almost like you can see or feel the presence. You can see the two eyes staring back at you from the water, as clear and blue. It's kind of murky, greeny water here, but the water almost darkens to a deep purpley blue, and the eyes shine through, and you're almost feeling the conversation happening between you staring at the water and the water, feeling like you're going backwards through the mind, and you are drawn, and as he calls through and says you're close, to hold, or I think you would almost without knowing, in a moment of comfort, go and hold the book, the ritual book, the book that you got in Allhearth, as you kind of flick through and start to understand. And as you open pages, you can feel racks of pain. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
18 plus 5, 23.
Nice. You feel an attack. You feel like you've been hit as you read through and you see and kind of start to understand what is being shown within this book, what the point of this book was. You start to almost understand the language and the pictures that are shown as the first page you come through kind of details off this magical combination, this divine item, that this divine seal that has been conjured, maybe by the gods, maybe by, you can't think who else it would have been at this time, like primordials, what it was, some higher magic divined this seal that is going to be used to hold. And as you are reading into it, you see flashes of these groups of people, flashes of what looks like Ileana, flashes of what like these other groups, and you are feeling the pain of their attacks hitting you as you realize you are kind of living the consciousness of your god. As you kind of flick on more, give me another wisdom saving throw.
That's a nat one.
Oh, how are you doing on hit points?
I have 34.
Okay, that's good. You take 8 points of psychic damage as you feel pain, you feel scared, you feel the need to flee, to get away, that the fight is turned against you. These things, these flash again, these creatures, this gold-plated, ginger-haired guy, there's Ileana's there, there's this hairy monk dude, there's these just people that are ripping in and damaging you, and you need to get out. You are there to take over, and you are now on the run as you feel that damage, as you make your way back to the safety of your home, as you kind of come to and you see that you are in a lair, in a cave. As you flick forward again, you see the page of the device, this beautiful trident that is engraved with arcane runes, but you can see clearly the sapphire is built into the center point of the three prong of the trident, and on the two sides these two teardrop sapphires, which are the earrings that you have now. As you can see that these things you have are all part of one greater device. As you flick to the next page, give me another wisdom saving throw.
19.
19. That will be a fail. You take 11 points of psychic damage. As you are...
I physically look as if I'm doubled over.
Yeah, you're starting to move. You're starting to... Yeah, the rest of... We'll come back to what the rest of you see. As you are confronted with the face. A face that looks... For a moment, you feel like you're looking at yourself, but it's yourself, but not yourself. It's so, the characteristics and the facial features are so similar, but then the hair color is different. The armament you're wearing, that like it's not you. This person is brandishing this trident that has this like golden ginger hair, that has this speckles, that has this skin coloration that is not humanoid, but the features, the cheekbones, the nose, you could swear that this could have been you at some point, as you feel the trident being plunged into your body, as you feel that damage hit you, as you are living through the binding of this creature, as you are fighting backwards and forwards. Give me one last wisdom saving throw. Well, you're likely going to fail. This is a nat 20 only.
30-20.
30-20, nice. Still not going to be enough. You take another 11 points of psychic damage.
How's he looking?
How are you looking now?
4.
Sweet. As you are drawn, as you feel, and you've gone through, you are holding onto this book, you are gripping it so tight now as it kind of slams shut, and you're feeling the pain. You are drawn forward to the water, and you slam face down into the water. One of the devices you give you, does it give you ability to breathe underwater?
It does, but I've used it.
Okay. I think what I'll do. So yeah, you are just like flat face down. The rest of you, as Ileana, we come back to you and she's having this conversation about the power of this creature. Like, do you trust Otter? Do you really know what he's here to do? You may have to step in to stop him if he isn't strong enough. As you hear the splash, as you turn back, and Otter has just been almost like he's been dragged under. You would be, from this distance, you would think that something has grabbed him and dragged him in. The force at which his face smashes into the water as if he's been pulled breaks the conversation as you all flick towards him. Would anybody like to do anything?
Rush over. I'll rush over and try and lift him up out of the water.
Yep.
Surely you should just cast water walking on him.
He's already got water walking on him, to be
I've
honest.
already got
Yeah.
water walking on me.
Oh,
It's
shit.
not walking. Yeah. Ball walking's fine.
What I want to try and do is telekinetic pull on, provided the grapple works, telekinetic pull on Von Van. And
Yep.
if the grapple doesn't work, he doesn't grab him, then I want to cast it on Otter. It's
Okay.
an action, so it's
It'd be easier to cast it on Otter, and then that will give Von advantage on the strength check. So give me a strength check.
I need a
Your kinetic shove will, because you'll both be doing it, so you can just roll. You can either both roll or roll one with advantage, up to you. She might be better
I
to
rolled
roll
an
both.
18 with advantage.
Okay.
Well, mine's not a roll. Mine is a. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's fine. It's just you're doubling up the action, so it's just easier to do that way to give him the advantage on it. As you kind of get close enough to get the kinetic pull as Von, you get there for the shoulders, and as you pull, you fight. You feel the tension as you are kind of ripped back, and Otter flings back onto his back, face up, and Otter, you are staring up at the sky, breathing back to your consciousness. Slight reprieve in the voices in your mind.
I will cast Healing Word on him once he's back on land as well.
Yeah, as you turn back and look for him as well, there was nothing in the water. You would definitely, you were pulling against something. Felt like something was holding him, and it was like the 18 that was enough to pull him, and it was like the release as he's like flown back on himself, landed on his back, probably helped by the fact that Arthur's yanking him with the kinetic pull as well. But as you turn back, there's no creatures, there's nothing in the water, there's nothing there that was clearly holding him, but something was definitely holding him. He's not that heavy.
Fabian did not run over.
Cool.
You okay, Otter? What fuck was that?
I don't say anything. I'm still so like almost catatonic.
I just slap his cheeks a bit.
Yeah. You can see as he lands, well, that serpent eye amulet and those earrings are shining beautifully blue as he's just laying there, like breathing. Whole face is just drenched and covered. Zaga, will you stand up top as well? Tell us yes. Eliana steps forward
Yeah, my bad.
to Fabian and Zaga as those guys run off, and you're like all three of you looking down on the three of them as she says to you both, this is on a knife edge. He can go two ways. Fighting the power will be difficult, but it's not impossible. He is a descendant of someone incredibly powerful, but he will need guidance and help.
The more artifacts he gets, Eliana, the stronger he gets. The stronger the pull of his god or whatever this being has over him.
The stronger his power will be, and the stronger the pull from the being will be. He will always be cursed to live with if he wants to continue to have power, to have this being pulling on his strings, but they all are descendants of the binders. He can fight it. He is from strong blood.
Arthur thinks in his head, oh, Faywin's a big fan of binders. But doesn't
Good
say
down
it
the
out
bomb.
loud.
You two are looking after Otter.
Yeah. senses that Faywin likes binders.
That would be right. I look down at Zaga, hoping he'll agree. We'll of course do what we can, but if there are other artifacts that you've been safeguarding or you know where they are, L'Oreal obviously gave the crunch, but if there are others, then it would help us if you try as best you can to keep them hidden from us, I guess. Basically, I'm saying thanks for trying, but please, you need to hide them more.
She's like, I will do what we can with the time we have left. You see, as you were talking, another creature peers through the wall.
Can I just ask you?
Yep.
When I was going through all that, could I sense the evilness? That's very tricky. Could I sense its intentions?
Not from what you went through there, no. I think you'd have to spend some time. You are now, the more of these you collect, the more you are in tune. So there'll be opportunities to delve in more. What you just went through there, you actually feel attacked. You felt like you were being attacked, but the confusing thing is you felt like you were almost being attacked by yourself, but a very different version of yourself. But you saw through the binding. You saw through the act of this being's weakest moment, this being's moment where its power was trapped, where it was lost, and you saw a flash, which you could delve into more, but you saw flashes of the creatures that did it. And at the end, you saw a creature with a trident that looked a hell of a lot like yourself. So if you've got questions, there's ways for you to, it's a Patreon a bit like a thing. If there's ways that you want to ask questions or commune, there's things you can do. There's ways that when you use powers, you can get in touch with your patron to ask questions, but it will always come with upsides and downsides. So you guys are there as you sit up. Yeah, so Faywin, you see, and Zaga, you see as a tall form comes through, a lizard face, a lizard folk face, peeks out and limps just a second, and as you kind of catch her eye as she makes a bit of noise, you kind of look, and Eliana holds her wand up and just kind of puts her hand up and just looks back slightly and says, "Don't worry, all is safe." And she looks and recognizes Faywin. She recognizes, you see the recognition on this lizard folk's face. This is Kale, who was L'Oreal's helper. You can see that she is limping slightly and is wounded, but as she sees you and hears that, she disappears back inside.
Can I get L'Oreal's beads out of my pocket?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell Eliana I have something called L'Oreal's.
Okay.
So she doesn't think I'm gonna hurt her or something.
Yep.
And after I recognise that it's Carla,
Mm-hmm.
I gently place the beads on the floor and just say that these were her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the reason I'm doing that is not just for like a hug or anything. It's more like story of we know that she's passed and we know you were close to her, and so this is a gift. Like
To-
come in peace sort of thing.
To Eliana or to Carla?
I was going to put it for Eliana for Carla.
Eliana's still
Obviously she's gone back in, so
holding,
we can't see.
100% holding a delayed fireball, just in case. So she's there.
Okay.
She...
Can I tell her that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing so she doesn't blow us up?
Mm-hmm.
I have beads of L'Oreal's.
She blows you up.
I know that Carla was close. I can give it to her.
Yeah. As she... does she have... Give me 1 second just to
I can
check.
put them on the floor if needed.
No, you hear... Interesting. You hear her turn back and... actually, Zaga, you would hear and you would understand. Oh no, you both speak Draconic, right?
Yep.
Sweet. So she turns back in Draconic, kind of looks at Zaga, realizing, but turns back and in Draconic says to Kyle that it's okay, and you hear the response back from her to say, I know them. They're safe. And then Ileana kind of looks at you both. She will turn to you both and say, we've been out here too long. We've caused too much of a fuss. I suggest you stay here this evening, and then you're on your way.
All of us? We don't know what's happening with him, as I adjusted to Otter.
Mm-hmm. She said,
Will you stay hidden?
He will be in your custody. We have ways of protecting ourselves.
You have any duck down there?
Duck? No, I don't think so. We can try and find some, though, if you want to. I mean, be my guest, go hunting. Not the hunting talk.
So are they offering for us to stay with them tonight?
Yes.
Is that what this? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the travel down, the fight, the talking, and everything that's gone on before, it's probably getting into the evening. So you guys would have to be thinking about setting up a camp somewhere or moving on before sunset comes down. So it's up to you. But yeah, she is offering to put you up for the evening.
And she has protection for themselves and the items.
She's
they're
still a
finding.
pretty powerful wizard.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So there'll be ways. And you know, she got the anti-magic field here, so whatever is required. But yeah. Cool. Otter, as you kind of come to, Arthur and Von Van are around you. You are drenched. But yeah, you have you still feel that kind of sense of euphoria from getting hold of this amulet.
Still, obviously, in pain, sort of slightly cut, still dazed. I kind of stumble out the words that I am a danger to Ileana. I don't know if I can control myself. His power is too strong, I am too weak.
You can fight this, Otter. You're not too weak.
I cast guidance on him. I rest a hand on his shoulder and say, you've got this, and then I cast guidance. Just because I think it'd be funny. Should have done that earlier.
You're not fighting this alone, Otter.
I go to put my hand in the middle of a circle, waiting for everyone else to put their hands in.
It's like it definitely was
Oh.
I'm shaking my hand to try and make it a key point. I give up.
Am I aware that they're spoken about staying here? Or am I still on my back on the beach?
It's better, yeah. So on that offer, Fabian, as you leave to go down, she says essentially you have that offer, but you are in the custody of him. You would understand that she's powerful enough that she wouldn't be inviting you down unless she thought she could take precautions. She turns and goes back into that room and disappears. As in, she goes into the illusory wall and is gone. So you guys can join up to decide what you would like to do.
Okay. So I assume then that Otter, when he says about I'm a danger, he's not saying that to Eliana, he's saying that more to
Yeah, she's
us?
gone. Yeah. You'd just be you guys
okay,
down
fine.
on the grass, yeah.
So I'll tell them that she said we can stay, but similar to when Zaga was arrested in Allhearth, although arguably this is slightly more dangerous, we are responsible for Otter and his behaviour, and having seen what these artifacts can do, we need to think about what that will look like.
I was obviously still weak. I don't know if I am strong enough at this point to resist. If we were to stay here, you need to take my weapons, bind my hands, and keep me in that anti-magic field. And I would like to speak to Ileana at some point.
Okay.
Do not try to take my other items. I don't know what that would cause.
Hey, we remember the book. Homebrew still has scars.
Yeah, you would feel with the artifacts that you have that you would do not want to let them go. But other stuff, you don't have the same attachment to.
Do we have things that combine his hand? Because I'm pretty sure I got rid of my tabaxi handcuffs.
Oh my god, you got rid of the tabaxi handcuffs? That's crazy. The fairy handcuffs? Yes, you could also speak to Ileana. I mean, sitting in the anti-magic field will help, because it'll help. It won't help your mind necessarily, Otter, but it will stop you having the ability to cast spells, which is fairly handy.
I would need to be restrained to not walk out of this.
I do actually still have the handcuffs, but how strong they are against fire.
So you could be locked in there. So yeah, you could discuss that. There's other spells as well that could possibly be used to restrain you, like force cages and stuff, if need be. Yeah.
I will let them take my weapons and bind my hands.
Sorry. Nice. So yeah, as you make your way back up the stairs, the aftermath, the bodies have completely disappeared. The witch's hands are already flowing off, probably being chomped by those reef sharks that are just hanging around. As she's bleeding out into the pond, there is water flooded everywhere, bits of ice left. Otherwise, though, it still looks like a ruin in the middle of the forest as you make your way back inside. And those of you that are going will make your way, and she's left open the trap door, which is a staircase, or is now showing as a staircase down at the back end through the anti-magic field, down into the lower chambers. Dark chamber, which is completely devoid of natural light, is the inside of this stone cavern, and is set out with some very basic amenities. You can see that Ileana lives down here. You can see that Kale is down here as well, and it's resting, and there are a few bed sits here, but it's very, very basic down here. There is very little luxury at all inside the underground part here. And we can pick up next time what we do from there. Sweet. Anyone have any last questions or bits they want to cover now before? Because we have got a week off. Because I'm going on holiday. So I don't want anyone to forget any questions that are just lingering in the back of their mind. Sweet.
No,
all I had rolling through the entire was silly little quips that would have got me killed. So
you would have got delayed by
nothing
5
from
minutes.
Yes.
Cool. Nice. Sweet.
So carry on next time with Ileana.
Yeah.
Delving into all this.
Yeah. So if you want to be, I'll have a look at the spells to see what she can offer in terms of keeping you comfortable but under control, and then what you might need to do to help. But yeah, we can set up to, and it'd be good. Think of some questions you might want to ask her about time that's going on there. You also have other things that she has knowledge on. Death Bloom related ones as well, so you can ask her questions on that as well. But yeah, she's offering you the chance to stay here. This will be deemed a safe zone, so you can get a long rest here as well. But we can deal with that next time as well, as we can go through some questions and find out what else is crack-a-lackin' here in Dumbra, and where people have gone from here, where maybe you should be going from here after. Wicked, lovely stuff. The witch, ding dong, the water witch is dead. Finally. Oh, I miss her already. Ta-ta, farewell.